all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
A lot goes into taking care.
Care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at rcare.net.
Welcome back to the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Time now to head inside the Hogs dugout and hear from head coach Dave Van Horn. Here's the voice of the Razorbacks, Phil Elson.
Dave, no midweek as you come here for the home opener. You guys played on Monday, which isn't really midweek, but I know these guys have to be really fired up to just finally be at home playing in front of their own fans.
Yeah, we planned to play that fourth game down there. We didn't have to. We just felt like we were down there. We knew we were going to play because we were going to be playing indoors, great facility, and give us a little bit of time to maybe rest after that trip. We got back about 12:31 in the morning on Sunday night and got a chance to take a legit day off. Guys were lifting and doing some things, and then light workout Tuesday, Wednesday, and now we get it going. And if you look at our schedule, we have a lot of games, coming up over the next 3 weeks.
18 straight here. And, looking at that first weekend, the numbers for your pitching staff just really good. ERA of 3, didn't walk a lot of guys. The whip is under 1. You had to be pleased with that.
Oh, extremely pleased. You take away the first 2 innings on Saturday night against TCU. Our pitchers were all in the zone and loving it. Infielders were on their toes, and it was just a great thing to watch. And young guys threw well, and couldn't be more happy with what happened on the mound.
I was impressed how Gabe, he gave up a couple of hits. He's in kind of a jam in that first inning, and strands those 2 runners. And then on Friday last week, just Cole Gibbler came out and looked as sharp as he did at the end of the last season, even better.
Yeah, Cole, that was our plan, and we were hoping to get through the game with 2 pitchers, and it ended up being that way because we didn't play the 9th because of the run rule. But we weren't going to send Gibbler back out just because he had thrown enough pitches. But that was a really, really well pitched game, and Gackle, he gets in a little trouble, he knows how to get out of it, and that's what good pitchers do. And hopefully he'll throw even better today.
But you like that idea of Cole following Gabe on a Friday?
Yeah, if the game's tight, definitely. If we're ahead by a lot or down by a lot, then we probably wouldn't do it. And it'll be the same today. If we need him to win the game today or get in there when it's tight after 4 or 5 innings, whatever the case may be, then that's what we'll do. If not, we'll throw somebody else out there and see how it goes.
We'll talk more with Coach Van Horn in just a moment.
At Sonic, the All-American Smasher is at the top of the burger food chain. Get it hand-smashed and made to order with a side and medium drink for just $6. That's not just a big deal. That's a giant, massive, gargantuan, humongousaurus rex of a honkin' big deal for just $6. A deal this big shouldn't cost this little. Get the Sonic $6 All-American Smasher Meal today.
Tax not included. Exclusions apply. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
If you want to live free, yeah.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. Like, you always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS physicians are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
Less than 2 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, Peter. I don't know what they're going to do. Down 3 and way out of field goal range. Truly an unlucky state to be in.
This state has plenty of luck. Last year, 8 Arkansans each won $1 million off a lottery ticket.
State as in a state of being, not... Whoa! Touchdown Razorbacks!
Did you see this is winning, folks. Every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps fund college scholarships. You could be the next big winner. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Now over to Christine, reporting live with the weather.
Well, Ted, yesterday's sunshine is now a torrential downpour. And with so many farmers harvesting, this really is a disaster. Except for Bob here.
Hello.
Bob, you use Sharpen herbicide from BASF as a harvest aid.
Yep.
With premium desiccation, suppressed regrowth, and control over late-season weeds, it's harvest time when you say it is.
Sharpen herbicide works. Always read and follow label directions.
Our pregame visit with head coach Dave Van Horn continues on the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Now, once again, with Coach Van Horn, here's Phil Elson.
Dave, first thing I noticed as I look at the lineup here as you guys get set to take on Xavier is that Kohio Aloy is in the lineup. I know he's gotten that hamstring where he needs to be right now.
Yeah, we feel like he's right at 100%. That's what I've been told. It's the way he looks when he's moving around and swinging the bat. He looks like he's good to go. So they've challenged him with some sprints. Our strength and conditioning coach and our trainers, they've worked him, and I've seen it. So, where he tweaked it the other day was he had that ball he was trying to beat out in the infield early in the game and didn't say anything till late in the game, or we saw him limping around and kind of figured it out. But, he should be good to go.
In terms of your hitters, numbers with runners in scoring position weren't great, but there were a lot of opportunities with guys on base and in scoring position, so there is that. Yeah,
that's the positive part, is that we had guys getting on base with either base hits, maybe a walk, whatever. They got on base, and we just didn't get them in. And, that was the game we lost, and in a couple other games we got leads, and then we just didn't extend it. And, it's early. Things will be adjusted, hopefully. But the players got to go get it done and do it, and they know it. And they're conscious of advancing runners and then guys driving runners in.
One thing that stands out about your lineup today, and I know you like to do this when you're given the chance, you staggered righties and lefties all the way from 1 through 7. You don't have back-to-back same side until 7 and 8.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we like to do it. And just depend on who's pitching now. If somebody's maybe a little weaker or stronger against left or right, then we'll figure out how we want to handle that. But, still early in the season, trying to figure out the best lineup to score runs. And it's not about always having your best hitters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the order. It's about having guys that get on base, guys that are good at contact, and then guys are good at driving people in, and we're still playing with that.
It's interesting to think about that in an offensive sense, and you guys obviously know that in certain situations on a Friday, you like Gackle being followed by Gibbler, and it's like you're looking to figure out who you like backing up a pitcher too at the same time. It's like a pitching lineup, the same like as a batting lineup now.
It is. What as far as pitching side of it, what's different? Right, left, or just the shape of the fastball. Who's got a better breaking ball? Just a different look, so to speak, to try to slow down their hitters or finish them off, whatever we're trying to do. And on the offensive end, just hitting guys in the right order to back each other up, maybe to steal a base because the guy at the plate, his power guy's going to get more off speed pitch, so you want a runner in front of him. Things like that. And again, they got to go. The players got to show us what to do a little bit, and we're figuring it out.
Good luck today, Dave.
All right, thank you.
Stay with us for the starting lineups right after this.
Hey Razorback fans, Phil Elson here with some fantastic news. Harps Food Stores has a game-changing mobile app called My Hometown Rewards. With this app, you can unlock incredible savings, get exclusive deals, personalized coupons, and even a digital shopping list, all at your fingertips. And as a new feature, coupon savings are now offered instantly at checkout. Whether you're stocking up for the big game or just grabbing some snacks, the My Hometown Rewards app from Harps makes it easy. It's a win-win for Razorback fans like you. Harps, hometown fresh.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
A lot of cities claim to be unique, but are they really? Were they the off-season playground for legends like Babe Ruth and Al Capone? Do they sell beer made from thermal spring water that comes straight from the ground below? Do any of these places have a street that has a gangster museum on one side of the road and a national park on the other? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. They don't, because none of them are Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers in the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory. Force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Quit tobacco today with Be Well Arkansas. Be Well Arkansas can help you be healthier, happier, and more active by quitting tobacco. And you can do it all with local resources at no cost to you. Call 833-283-WELL or visit BeWellArkansas.org today for free help, because it's never too late to be well. Brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health, your tobacco settlement dollars at work, and Be Well Arkansas.
Back on the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150, the official truck of your Razorbacks, who come in to battle Xavier 3-1, the Musketeers 2-2. Let's have a look at the starting lineups for both teams, presented by Daspit Law Firm, proud to be the official injury lawyers of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Dave Van Horn in search of his 937th win as the Hog head coach. Here's today's Arkansas lineup. Left fielder Damian Ruiz bats leadoff for the third consecutive game. All Ruiz has done is reach base at a .765 clip in the first four games. Nolan Souza will bat second and DH. Arkansas catcher Ryder Helfrich batting third. Camden Kojal cleaning up at second base. Kuhio Aloy back in the lineup for the first time since Saturday. He'll be in right field batting fifth. Reese Robinette with a team-high 3 doubles, batting sixth at first base. Micah News bumped down to seventh in the batting order. He'd been cleaning up. He'll play center field. Third baseman T.J. Pompey batting eighth. And at shortstop, batting ninth, Carson Brumbaugh. That's Ruiz in left, Souza DH, Helfer catching, Kojal second base, Eloy right field, Robin at first base, New in center, Pompey at third, Brumbaugh at short. Now for the Xavier Musketeers, Billy O'Connor's their head coach, his 9th season. He's won 216 games as the Musketeers head baseball coach. Third baseman Luke Hammond bats leadoff. The right fielder Josh Stonehouse bats second. Stonehouse has hit a couple of home runs in the last 2 games. Xavier has flashed some power, by the way. They've hit 10 home runs in the first 4 games this year. Landon Mensick, the left fielder, bats third. Peter Johnson is the cleanup batter in DH. Catcher Jonathan Fitz batting fifth. Xavier shortstop Eddie Peters bats sixth. First baseman Tommy Townsend batting seventh. Donovan Canterbury bats eighth and plays second base. And batting ninth is center fielder J.D. Crisp. Pitching matchup for this ball game, it's Gabe Gackle for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Gackle was good, not great, last Friday against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. He surrendered 4 hits, 2 runs, and 4 1/3 innings. The runs came on a 2-run homer in the 5th inning. That was after a dropped third strike. He gave up a couple of hits to his first 2 batters. They ended up not scoring. He struck out 9 in 4 1/3 before Cole Gibbler took over for the rest of the way. And on the mound for the Musketeers today is Ryan Peach. Peach is a right-hander. He's a junior. He's from Aurora, Ohio. And he's made one start opening day last Friday, 4 scoreless against East Carolina, earned a no decision in a 4-3 win. He worked last year in 14 games as a starting pitcher, had a 4-1 record and a .437 earned run average. Our umpiring crew be headed up by Morris C. Hodges the fourth. He'll be on balls and strikes today. James Ainsworth at first base. Ben Levin, the second base umpire, and Michael Durantes is the third base umpire. It's Arkansas and Xavier for the first of 3 games in the first of an 18-game homestand at Baum-Walker Stadium. And in a moment, when we return, we've got Bubba Carpenter's keys to the game, and we'll count you down to first pitch on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
What does care look like through the years? From the first memories to the treasured moments, from life's accomplishments to life's challenges. We're here for you, body and mind. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of families for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind with the kind of coverage that ensures your best days are ahead. Take good care, Arkansas.
At Greenway, we're not just selling John Deere tractors, we're cultivating partnerships.
There's been times where at my farm I've actually had an issue and my salesman got with a guy from service and they brought him out to my farm and they were able to resolve my issue pretty quickly. The reliability, the dependability of the equipment and Greenway, that's why I would highly recommend it to anyone in my area.
Join our community of satisfied customers and experience the Greenway difference. Head to your local Greenway dealership today or visit us at gogreenway.com.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission, to provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
Ballpark Franks got their start back in 1957, right in the ballpark, with the taste of 100% Angus beef passed down from one generation to the next. Ballpark Franks have become a tradition everywhere. They bring on that feeling of summer in every bite, even when it's not technically summer. So whether you're tailgating or enjoying the game at home, fire up the grill and savor the taste of Ballpark Franks. Ballpark is the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. Woo Pig Suey!
The 12th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition, presented by Shelter Insurance, to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this rivalry, the Battle Line rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
It's out of here! A grand slam! He struck him out swinging. A new school record, 18. And Ryder Helfrich has given them the lead. Dives and makes a great catch. Double play ground ball shortstop taken by Aloy. Gives to Kojal 1. The relay, rack him up. Big country out of here for the lead. Dabalon makes a great play on the first row.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Arkansas baseball. Razorback Baseball is brought to you by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. Coca-Cola. Game day deserves the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar because fan work is thirsty work. By Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style. Sonic Drive-In. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. By Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Bath Makeover of Arkansas, locally owned, American made, and proud to be an official sponsor of the Razorbacks. Summit Utilities, bringing natural gas to Razorback fans across Arkansas. Go Hogs! Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Harps Quality Foods, hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. By Ballpark, the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. And by Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. Now back to the stadium. Here again, the voice of Razorback baseball, Phil Elson.
It's an absolutely gorgeous day to open up the home schedule for the Arkansas Razorback baseball team. The fourth-ranked team in the country has returned home to play in front of a jam-packed house at Baum-Walker Stadium in the first of 18 straight at the best college ballpark in America. Great to be alongside my partner, former Razorback great, a member of the University of Arkansas Hall of Honor, Bubba Carpenter. Keys to the game presented by Arkansas Sonic Drive-In. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free, eat Sonic. It's a perfect key to the game sponsor too, Bubba, since you crushed a Sonic Smasher before the game today.
That's right. I just got done crushing it and ready for game time, Phil. I think a couple of keys, Phil, is pitching staff pounding that strike zone. I thought we did a pretty good job on the road. I think it's important for Gabe to go out and set the tone tonight. And then offensively, I really think it's important for our guys to get, Dave's going to move the lineup around. He's going to find out which lineup is going to produce the runs the best way. And I think it's important for these guys to go out and start putting together quality at bats, try to stay in the zone. We chased some at Globe Life Field. I think it's important for us to get back into hunting our pitch and doing damage in our counts. And I think if we do that, I think with the wind blowing out, it's good hitters conditions. We're liable to put up some big numbers today.
I don't know about you, but I've been waiting for this day since Arkansas finished the Super Regional against Tennessee, right? We love coming here to this ballpark. It's been too long.
I tell you, just seeing this site, you take it for granted. And the last time we were sitting in this booth, Phil, we were getting ready to go to Omaha. So yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, we're always thinking Omaha, but one thing at a time. It's just Arkansas and Xavier today. First pitch in a moment. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Experience a new level of luxury at Oakland Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Find bliss at Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and catch headliner acts at our Event Center. Book your experience at oakland.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Attention Arkansas homeowners. Does your bathroom need a makeover? Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers bathtubs, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Arkansas homeowners trust Bath Makeover of Arkansas with their bathroom project. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH to schedule your free design consultation backed with a price lock guarantee. That's 1-800-NEW-BATH. 1-800-NEWBATH.
From long balls to punch-outs, Arkansas baseball plays here.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Before the roar and the records, there was Baptist Health.
Brooks Edmondson, Arkansas offensive line, born at Baptist Health.
Anna Kate Nichols, Razorback Golf, born at Baptist Health.
Quincy Rose Jr., D lineman for the Hogs, born at Baptist Health.
Champions are born at Baptist Health. Here, our game is delivering the state's most trusted care for Arkansas and for the champion in you. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Ready to go for Arkansas baseball on a sun-splashed Friday afternoon, and we're so glad to have you here on the Razorback Sports Network. Phil Elson, my partners Bubba Carpenter, Zach DeBozart back at Learfield, and we're ready. Luke Hammond's in the box. Gabe Gackles warmed. Plate umpire Morris Hodges says, let's do it, and here we go. First pitch is swung on and missed at 94, up in the strike zone, underway right on time this afternoon. A 3:02 first pitch. Game time temperature is 53 degrees, sunny skies, little breeze out towards right field. The right-handed Hammond takes strike two from Gackle on the outside corner and an 0-2 count.
It's a pretty good start right there, Phil.
And remember, in Gackle's first game last Friday, the first two batters collected hits against him. His 0-2 on Hammond is high and outside. Hammond, Josh Stonehouse, and Landon Mensick, the top three in the batting order for Xavier. They have scored 29 runs in the first four games. They've also hit 10 homers. But they've also allowed 41 runs. Next pitch, breaking ball outside. Hammond takes two in a row and goes 2-2. Luke Hammond's a senior out of Cincinnati. 3 for 19 so far this year. Of those 3 hits, 2 singles, 1 double. Hogs play him the other way in the outfield with Micah New shading towards right. Gackle's 2-2 pitch is popped out of play by Hammond over the right side, the shaded side here at Paul Walker. And, man, there's going to be a pretty big difference between the temperature in the first base stands and the temperature in the third base stands right now.
Yeah, a lot more people down the left field line, but this is a good crowd, Phil.
Yeah, it'd be a good crowd for any day. People still making their way into Paul Walker as well. Gackle going to 2-2 on Luke Hammond to start this game. Hammond right up on the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 94 miles an hour up, a little bit up of the strike zone. A strikeout for Gackle to start the game. His 10th in 4 2/3 innings. Josh Stonehouse will follow. Gackle was overpowering at times against Oklahoma State. Struck out a batter in every inning. And in 4 innings, he struck out 2 batters. Ready on Stonehouse, left-hand batter. He's homered back-to-back games. Helfrich's targets on the outside. And the pitch grounded foul past the Xavier first base coach. Pitch out a bit of the strike zone. And it's 0-1 on Josh Stonehouse.
Phil, I like the way he used his changeup against the lefties at Globe Life, and they were calling it a sinker on the broadcast, but it's a changeup. It's about 88, 90 miles an hour, and it's got good arm side run on it.
Gackles 0-1. Grounded foul past first base. That's the pitch you were talking about.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I think the Flow Sports guys would have called it a sinker because, at Globe Life, they've got the pitch speed, and it'll tell you, like in most Major League parks, it'll tell you the kind of pitch it is. It said sinker. He doesn't throw a sinker.
No, he doesn't.
0-2 on Stonehouse. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, strike 3, 2 outs. Couldn't lay off a high fastball. Neither of the last two batters been able to lay off that 2-strike high heater. 2 outs, and Landon Mensick is next. Yeah, that's the only ballpark that they'll play in this year that details the kind of pitch that's being thrown. Mensick bats right-handed. His father, Todd, played at Ole Miss, then in the A's minor league system. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Boy, he threw that fastball by him. That's 96. That's his best fastball yet.
Home whites for the Hogs. Dark blue tops for Xavier with gray pants. New plays a pretty deep center field for Mensick. Here's Gackles 0-1. Breaking ball's low. Ball and a strike on Landon Mensick. And they've got guys who've got pop. There are 4 players in this Xavier lineup who've already hit 2 home runs. Hogs have hit 6. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Gackle ahead 1-2 and a chance to strike out the first 3 Xavier batters.
Yeah, you got him to chase that. That's 4 or 5 inches off the plate outside.
Gackle kicks and deals. The 1-2 is fouled off the handle by Mensick. Mensick 5 for 17 with 2 home runs. Xavier's hit .287 in their first 4 games. Don't walk too much, and they have struck out a lot, including the first 2 batters of this first inning. Gabe winds and throws. 1-2, softly served on a little hop. It gets past Kojal and into right center field. Quickly over to cut it off is Mike Anu, holding Mensick at first base. Weird English on the ball, Bubba. Kojal misplayed it.
I mean, that was crazy spin. I don't even know what was exit velo, 70 on that. That thing looked like a left-handed slider. Kojal reached out to catch it, and it just broke around his glove. That was
initially
crazy.
Scored a single. They've switched it to an error on the video board. E4 charged to Camden Kojal. And the left-hand batting Peter Johnson takes a backdoor breaking ball from Gackle, strike 1. Well, the error on Kojal is the 3rd committed by the Razorbacks this year, and his first. You'd say a routine play, but man, that was some weird spin. 0-1, Johnson waves and misses, and a pitch on the low outside corner. That's the Gackle changeup, about 7 miles an hour slower.
Such great arm action on that pitch, good arm side run. That's such a good weapon against the lefties.
Mensick held close to first by Reese Robinette. Gackle focusing on the hitter. Johnson stays alive, fouls off the 0-2. You think that would have been a little better for Kojal to play that ball down the middle of his body instead of off to the side?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think he realized it had that much spin on it.
Gackle from the belt. Another 0-2. Johnson struck out swinging on a fastball, and Gackle gets through without much trouble. There's one error, but that's it. Nobody puts anything into play other than the one that got by Kojal. No runs, no hits, one error, and 1 left. Hey, make sure that you get over to the legendary Catfish Hole restaurants, Alma and Fayetteville locations. The Catfish Hole serves the highest quality farm-raised catfish, hand-breaded chicken tenders, the best hush puppies anywhere, and now serving beer and wine in Fayetteville. Nothing for Xavier. The Hogs coming up after this from your local Ford dealer.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, ready to go here in the bottom of the first inning after a nice-looking first from Gabe Gackle. 3 strikeouts out of 4 batters faced. And here's the Arkansas lineup today. Hitting against Ryan Peach, Damian Ruiz, Nolan Souza, Ryder Helfrich. From the top through number 3. Middle third are Cam Kojal, Kuhio Aloy, and Reese Robinette. The bottom 3, Micah New, TJ Pompey, and Carson Brumbaugh, all trying to hit off Ryan Peach, who threw 4 scoreless against ECU last Friday. Gave up a couple of base hits, both doubles, but no runs. 133 average allowed. Didn't walk anybody, but he did hit 2 batters. And looking at Peach's numbers last year, finished 59 2/3, 38 hits, 49 walks, and struck out 65. So this may be the kind of pitcher you're taking some pitches from. Finished 4-1 last year with an ERA at 4.37. And the Arkansas scouting report has his fastball anywhere from 91 to 94. Curveball and slider. No real changeup, at least not one that they saw last week against ECU. Ruiz, end of the batter's box, leading it off his 3rd consecutive game at the top of the batting order. Third baseman plays up a little bit for the right-handed Ruiz. Peach throws out of the stretch, and a strike taken by Ruiz. He had showed bunt. And the count will be 0-1.
Look at that giant hole. Boy, if he could push one to the right side, Phil, there's no way they get him out.
Yeah, they got a 3-man shift on the left. The second baseman, Canterbury, all the way over on the left side. 0-1 pitch to Ruiz. He swings, lines into left. It's right at the left fielder, Mensick. He makes the catch. Ball started to sink a little bit, but Mensick was playing up. Where Ruiz has been hitting just about everything hard, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. That's 107 off the bat. Good job staying back on that breaking ball.
Rare for Damian Ruiz to not reach base. He's been aboard at a .765 on base percentage in the first 4 games. Nolan Souza stands in next. They still keep the third baseman Hanman way in at third. Now he backs up a step or so. And the pitch on the left-handed Souza is hit in the air along the right field line and drops a base hit. Stonehouse overcuts it off. Souza sprinting for second base. The throw is not in time. Head first into second. Nolan Souza hits a 1-out double.
That's speed right there, Phil.
Yeah, he's thinking double off the bat. As soon as he saw where the ball was about to land, one base wasn't going to be enough for Souza.
So I talked to Nolan after BP, and I wish I would have said it before his at bat. He was super excited because he made a little adjustment in his timing, and he said he couldn't wait for the game to start today because he took a really good BP.
Yeah, he couldn't wait. Swing of the first pitch. Yeah. And Ryder Helfrich will follow. Remember the last thing that happened when Souza hit a double? Helfrich followed with a home run on the first pitch he saw a week ago. Peach sets, deals, and a fastball's outside. You don't quite have your fastball yet, Bubba, because usually you'd think if I say something like that, that means I'm calling it.
That's right.
Which I wasn't, not yet at least. It's opening day for you. It's okay.
Doing the best I can, Phil.
Doing a great job so far. 3-man shift on the left for Helfrich with a 1-0 pitch. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes on Ryder Helfrich. 4 games, Helfrich's 5 for 17. He hit home runs his first 2 games, first 2 at-bats of the season. And then finished with 3 hits in the remainder of the weekend. Didn't have a hit on Monday against Tarleton. 2-0, the pitch is high. Helfrich ahead 3-0.
I'd love to see Dave turn him loose here, but I don't think he's going to.
Why not? Why? It's opening day. Why not? Fans come here thinking, why not? See Helfrich hit another bomb.
Yeah, wind's blowing out.
Stretch by Peach. 3-0 is way inside. You may have a green light there, but you're not swinging anyway. 4-pitch walk to Helfrich brings Camden Kojal. And you're looking at a pitcher here in Peach who walked 49 batters in 59 and 2/3 innings last year. I mean, that's a lot. To put it differently, he walked 18% of the batters that he faced last season. No walks last week, but 2 hit batters. Yeah, there's not a lot of efficiency. Kojal stands in. Third baseman Hammond up again. And the pitch on Kojal low. I think he saw the pitch pretty well.
You think he knows what the best pitch in baseball is?
That's strike one?
Yeah, that's right. I've seen if you remember. Good job, Phil.
I have my Cliff Notes with me.
It's studied, didn't you?
It's a test I've failed quite a few times in the last 8 years. 1-0 on Kojal. Here's the pitch. Fastball is taken for a high strike. Good frame by Jonathan Fitz. 1-1 on Kojal. Kojal had, did you say the biggest swing of the weekend was the game-tying home run against Tech on Sunday?
Absolutely. And it just looked like he knew he was going to do it, too.
So 2 home runs out of his 3 hits. 2 on, 1 out with a 1-1 count. Kojal swings, hits the ball in the air, left field, hit it well, sending Mensick to the wall, looking up, get out of here! There's a 3-run homer on opening day at Baum Walker from Camden Kojal, his 3rd of the season.
It's a pretty good start, Phil. I tell you, got a fastball up and away, didn't try to pull it, stayed with it, shot that thing to left field at 375 mark, and just cleared the fence.
The reaction from the ballpark, it was almost like, really, that got out?
Yeah.
Off the bat, you weren't quite sure if it had enough. It just snuck over the yellow stripe. Kojal with his 3rd of the season and gives him 6 runs batted in. He multiplies his RBI total by 2 off that one swing. 23rd career homer. And you're off and running with a 3-0 lead in front of Kuhio Aloy. Peach coming set. 3-man shift on the left for the right-handed Aloy. First pitch is low, ball 1. Well, that's the 7th home run Peach has given up in his career. First runs he's allowed this season. And one of those pesky base hits with a runner in scoring position, too, Bubba.
Gotta love it, right?
1-0 on Aloy. Pitch is on the way. Low again, ball 2. And when they were 10 for 50 runners in scoring position, I think that was on Sunday and Monday. Battery having a meeting on the mound here. It's good to see them get a hit in the first RISP of the homestand.
I think a lot of that is you're in a big league ballpark, opening weekend. I think you had a few guys just trying to do too much.
Wouldn't be the first opening weekend where, something like that may be happening. Or even at that ballpark, too, because Arkansas plays there either the first or second weekend of the season. Aloy sitting pretty on a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up out of play. He just trying to go back-to-back with Kojal. Why not on 2-0? So Aloy could have played Sunday and Monday. Like if it's the Super Regional, if it's, a big SEC weekend, if it's Omaha, Aloy would have been out there, but he wouldn't have been running at 100%. Probably wouldn't have been playing right field either. But he's back at 100% as far as that hamstring's concerned. 2-1. Pitch comes in high, ball 3. 3-1 on Aloy, who played Friday and Saturday, 3 for 8 with a home run.
This fastball right here might go a long way, Phil.
Sounds like you're calling it. Here's the pitch. Fastball's low, ball 4. If that pitch would have been about 6 inches higher, yeah, I think it may have been going a long way.
He took a couple of sliders. You just knew he's going to get a fastball right there.
Well, it's an early visit from Ethan Landon, the Xavier pitching coach.
So going back to Camden's home run, it's hard to call him Cam.
I know.
I've called him Cam for so long. I need to change his contact in my phone.
Every time I say his name, I'm thinking I've got to add in the D-E-N.
Yeah.
I also want to go to him and ask, is it okay to call him, can I call you Cam on the air? Dave in a press conference yesterday called him Cam. But that's Dave. I'm not him.
I mean, I love you, but you're not DVH yet.
No, I don't think I ever will be. But I feel like I'd have to get, clearance from Camden to at least erase the 3 letters that have always been on his name, but now he's requested for us to be calling him that.
It's hard. It's easier to go from Camden to Cam than Cam to Camden. It's just different, but we'll adjust.
I just keep thinking about the Orioles ballpark, too. Reese Robinette to follow against Ryan Peach. First pitch is a slider for a strike. Hogs up 3-0. We're in the bottom of the first inning. A home run by Camden Kojal. See, it's going to start rolling off the tongue a little bit quicker now.
That sounds good. It's got a good ring to it.
Anything will ring with a 3-run homer. 1-0 pitch on Robinette. Low, ball 2. Boy, you've got some hitters counts. Some great hitters counts. Helfrich was ahead. Well, he took 4 pitches for a walk. Aloy had 3-1. And Robinette ahead 2-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled right back into the net. Big swing by Big Country.
Boy, that's a fastball. Inner third, above the belt. He wants that one back. But to finish my point about Cam, he took the best BP of anybody. It was consistently 105 to 108, just all over the yard. It was an impressive BP.
Peach ready at the belt. 2-1 to Robinette. High, 3-1. Well, of course, Robinette, you think the Armadillo had anything to do with it, too? Nah, he was taking pitches last weekend. But you know what? The whole Armadillo thing happened before Arkansas went to Arlington, so maybe the Armadillo's got a little power for him.
The rally Armadillo.
3-1 pitch. Robinette swings through a fastball, and the count goes full. A rally Armadillo. Now that does not roll off the tongue.
It really doesn't flow, does it?
We'll have to figure something out a little bit better. But there's been so many different animals, wild animals here at this ballpark that have gotten some publicity. I don't know if Armadillo would stand out. 3-2 pitch. Robinette strikes out swinging. A couple of fastballs up and missed them both. 2 outs. It stops a string of 4 straight batters. Micah New to follow. It's got Aloy at first and 2 down.
Yeah, Peach found a little hole in Robinette's swing right there. Up and in, just getting above those hands. So say the word for me. Say that animal for me.
Armadillo?
Yeah, okay, I was just checking.
What did you think I said? Well, Armadillo?
A lot of people say armadillo.
No, armadillo. So there's an O at the end of it.
Not if you're from West Fork.
Mike New takes the first pitch for a strike. Well, I guess if you're born and raised in Pittsburgh, you say armadillo.
I should have known you would have pronunciated it perfect.
There used to be a baseball team. I'm pretty sure they were called the Amarillo Dillas. They were the Dillas, the Dillas. 0-1 on New is high. Ball and a strike. New is 4 for 18 as a Razorback with 1 home run and 8 runs batted in. And here's a name that I've got to practice a little bit more because of the way that his name does flow. Some listeners told me last week that they thought I was calling him My Canoe, like I'm taking him on the Buffalo or something. Micah New, N-I-U, 1-1 pitch. Look out, high and inside. Got out of the way of it, 2-1. 3-0 Arkansas, and a home run by Camden Kojal. News also hit a 1 home run. That was the game-ending sort of walk-off home run Friday to finish the run rule. 2-1 pitch. Found the outside corner, a cutter. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was a bomb, by the way, to right center. That ball was hammered.
There weren't any cheap home runs for this team last week. You got to get it to get it out of Globe Life. Both of Helfrich's over 420 feet. New as well. 2-2 the count. And the pitch to New. Check swing. Strike 3 on a foul tip. There was a little bit of contact, but New disagrees about it with Morris Hodges. He'll hang around the plate for an extra moment, but Bobby Werner is going to start walking Micah back into the dugout, and that'll end Arkansas's first inning with back-to-back strikeouts. However, the Razorbacks played 3 runs, 2 base hits. They strand 1 thanks to Camden Kojal's 3rd home run of the season. It's Arkansas 3, Xavier nothing at the end of 1 inning. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
I am Renata Jenkins-Byler, the third-generation owner of Roller Funeral Homes. My family's story is not merely one of success, but one of heartfelt connections built through generations. My grandparents' legacy has stood the test of time. For 24 consecutive remarkable years, our Kansans have spoken, and your choice for the best of the best is Roller Funeral Homes. It's truly humbling. Roller Funeral Homes, where compassion meets excellence, with all our respect.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
A 3-0 Razorback lead at the end of one inning, taking on Xavier for the first time ever, which means this is back-to-back games that Arkansas is playing an opponent for the first time ever. They'd never played Tarleton. Arkansas beat them on Monday. Never played Xavier, and now you got them for 3. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics and this Razorback Sports Network broadcast. Go to edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Xavier has the 5, 6, and 7 batters against Gabe Gackel, who threw 18 pitches, 15 strikes, struck out 3 batters. If not for a fielding error, would have had a 1-2-3 inning. Jonathan Fitz leads off, and the wind by Gackel. First pitch is high. Fitz, Eddie Peters, and Tommy Townsend, 5, 6, and 7 in the Xavier second inning. Fitz bats right-handed. He's 4 for 9. He's their catcher. 1-0. The pitch is high again, ball 2. Fitz also has walked 5 times in 4 games without striking out, so no surprise he takes the first 2. Here's Gackel's 2-0. Very high. Helfrich throws that ball away, asks for a new one from Morris Hodge. I still want to call him Morris C. Hodges the 4th every time, Bubba, but on the lineup sheet it only says Morris Hodges.
Yeah, don't forget the junior, too.
3-0. Gackel winds and deals and walks him. Missed high with everything.
Do you think other people gave him a hard time about that, or just me and you?
If his crewmates, now you know how it works. If you're a crewmate with somebody who uses those extra names, aren't you going to make fun of him? I would think his crewmates had a lot of fun with that. I would hope so.
I mean, we talk about names with like Cam to Camden. I mean, he went from Morris Hodges to Morris C. Hodges to Morris C. Hodges the 3rd.
Here's the pitch to Eddie Peters, and it's in for a strike, a changeup. Pardon me. Yeah, that's a slider. Pardon me. 0-1.
Then the Dr. Morris C.
They give him a PhD Esquire at the end. Fitz not going to run. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. 1-1, pardon me, the count on Eddie Peters. Yeah, throw a little prefix in front of his name, too. It'd be the Honorable Morris C. Hodges the 4th Esquire. All we want is that he's got a consistent strike zone. That's all that matters. 1-1 on Peters is lifted into left field and hit well, chased by Ruiz. It'll bounce in front of him. One hop picks it up. Fitz going for third base. Into second goes Peters. And Xavier is set up with runners at second and third and nobody out.
You know, actually right there, Gackel kind of got lucky. Peters topspin that ball really bad, or that ball would have been out. He only hit it 101, but it had a ton of topspin on it.
So Fitz takes a walk. Peters hits his third double. Tommy Townsend to follow. This is the same situation Gackel found himself in the first inning last week. Well, actually a little bit hairier. From the windup, and he throws Townsend a backdoor slider for strike 1.
It's a good pitch.
Townsend's a junior, played at Butler the last 2 years. 4 for 18 with Xavier, 2 home runs. Gackel winds up, 0-1 pitch. Reached out for by Townsend. It's a little flare, shallow left. That's a tough play. Brumbaugh can't get there. Pompey does with a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Runners back to their bases, 1 out. That's a tough play for a third baseman.
That's such a great catch.
I'm going to give him our first star in the scorebook for that play.
Yeah, you better.
Brumbaugh would not have got there. And usually it'd be the shortstop that's got the right angle for the flare over third base, but if he wasn't there, it was only Pompey. 1 out, 3-0 Arkansas. Second inning of the 8-hitter is Canterbury. Gackle winds, swing and a miss. Inside with a changeup. Canterbury is a junior from Michigan, 3 for 5 in 2 games, and those 3 hits came Tuesday against Louisville, so he gets his second start in a row. Here's Gackle's 0-1. Fouled straight back on a slow swing by Canterbury.
Phil, you don't see a lot of third basemen catch that ball. That is an unbelievable catch. That's right over your shoulder. You just don't see it.
Gackle, meanwhile, a chance to retire Canterbury quickly. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Little dribbler, right side of the mound. Gackle plays it. He looks him back to third, throws to first for an out, and the Hogs have Peters hung up between second and third. They throw, and Brumbaugh will throw to the plate. Now they've caught Fitz between home and third base. Tagged out by T.J. Pompey. And Xavier just ran themselves out of a chance to score. It will be a 1-3 put out at first base. And the Hogs get Fitz between third and home plate. Xavier gets nothing in the second inning. They had runners at second and third, nobody out. They do not score. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Hogs will come to bat in the second, leading 3-0. But first, this from Summit Utilities.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
The Mercedes-AMG GT43 is the top-of-the-line luxury performance sedan, and this month you can win one from Saracen Casino and Mercedes-Benz of Little Rock. With sporty styling, classic Mercedes lines, and advanced performance, this is the car to win from Saracen Casino Resort. Play in February at Saracen Casino and qualify for the Mercedes GT drawing.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Today's game being sponsored by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition, earned with outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how you create a fan favorite and the official truck of Arkansas. Well, you may have already heard tomorrow's game. In order to make a little bit more time between baseball and basketball, has been moved to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 12:30 for the Dugout Show. You'll have Brett Dolan on the play-by-play along with Bubba, and then a 12 o'clock finale on Sunday against Xavier. And Chuck Barrett will be on the call for Sunday. I'll leave tomorrow with women's basketball. They've got A&M on Sunday. So you ready to work with 3 different partners in 3 games, Bubba?
I'm ready, Phil.
Good. Well, they're the ones that have to work with you.
Yeah, I mean...
They've got to be ready.
The burden's on them.
3-0 Arkansas. T.J. Pompey leads off and takes the first pitch high. Ball 1. Great play in the field, and now he gets a chance to lead off.
Always happens like that. You love it.
Pompey hits 8th. Brumbaugh after him, then Damian Ruiz. Stretch by Peach, and a 1-0 on Pompey. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 92. Pompey's 4 for 15 so far. Has 1 double. 2 runs knocked in. And there's something about T.J. Pompey at the plate. If he gets going, he could carry things for a bit. 1-1. Peach throws very high.
Just think how him making that play changed that whole inning.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That drops. At least 1 run scores, maybe 2. And there's a good chance Xavier could still be batting. The score probably would not be 3-0. 2-1 to Pompey. Popped out of play, and then Pompey got the put out that ended the second inning with Jonathan Fitz caught between home plate and third base. By the way, for those of you who scored home, which I know is all of you, that double play went 1-3-6-2-5. 2-2 on TJ Pompey. Peach throws a high fastball, swung on and missed, and there's one away in the second. Third strikeout for Peach. I think that's one of those at-bats that Dave Van Horn referred to as guys coming out of the zone a bit. Pompey swung at strike 3, and that was way up.
Yeah, Peach has a little bit of carry on his fastball. He doesn't have a ton of velocity. I mean, he's a 9.2, 93 guy. But he does have a little bit of carry on that fastball. That's why, did you notice during BP they were doing a machine, try to simulate that?
That's right, every time. And how many different pitchers throw that kind of fastball now? Everybody works on it. Carson Brumbaugh hitting ninth. Third baseman Hammond guards a bunt. And the pitch is a high strike one. Goes to that same pitch. You were teammates of Carson's father in the minors, right?
Yep. Cliff Brumbaugh. He's a good guy. He texted me a little bit ago.
Down the right field line today?
Yeah, he's right above the dugout.
Older brother Caden plays for Oklahoma. 0-1 on Carson Brumbaugh. Here's the pitch. It's another strike. Inside corner, a changeup. Brumbaugh's 2 for 17 so far, but I'll tell you what. He might be struggling at the plate a little bit, but he looks ready to be a really good shortstop.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's going to be a good one. Razorback fans are going to love this kid.
And the bat does come around. First thing you got to do as a freshman shortstop is play shortstop. 0-2 pitch is high on Brumbaugh.
Pretty cool during BP. You know, I haven't seen Carson since he was a kid. Came up, introduced himself to Dalton, my son, and would just sit there and talk for a minute. Just a good kid. Gotta love him.
Hogs up 3-0. They bat in the second. Nobody on for Brumbaugh and one out. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. He takes the low changeup, and that might have been strike 3.
Yeah, he got lucky there. He must have been nice to Morris, too, before the game, because he got a call there.
And Carson's well aware he got a call. Look how much of a walk he just took outside the circle. Back in with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody on. Ruiz on deck. Carson holds that bat above his head. Soft wiggle. 2-2. High. Ball 3. I remember Carson introducing himself to me at a fall scrimmage, and that stood out to me. It really did. I mean, freshmen don't usually come to you.
No, they don't.
They're not as outgoing. He is. A 3-2 pitch on the way to Brumbaugh. Strike 3 called. Fastball inside corner. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Peach.
Yeah, he painted that inside corner right there.
3-0 Hogs. A home run by Camden Kojal in the first inning. Here's the Razorbacks. 7 home runs hit, only 1 allowed. Damian Ruiz hit a hard line out that started the first inning. He's now 6-for-11 this year. 3-man shift on the left for Ruiz. Bats right-handed. And the pitch is a strike taken at the top. .388 batting average last year for Ruiz. His on-base was .511 at Lamar.
Good grief.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Another take. It's outside. Ball 1. That's wild. I mean, to play a full Division I season of any level, I don't care what team you play for, and to have an on-base percentage over .500, just craziness. Ball and a strike on Ruiz. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's another changeup. 1-2.
And you said it doesn't matter if it's at Lamar or where it's at. If you put up numbers like that, you can hit.
Well, it was the same idea as like Carson Bowles from last year. I mean, he hit over 400 in Division II. Somebody might look at those to Division II. Yeah, that's a full season of Division II, hitting over 420. 1-2 to Ruiz. Fouled off his back foot.
I loved his takes at Globe Live. He took those pitches confidently. You know, you hear me talk about it all the time. You tell a lot about a hitter about how he takes pitches. Of course, he's not feeling good right now. He fouled that off his foot.
He needs a bit of a moment, stomping that left foot to get the feeling back. Man, that's like the one spot on his foot that's not covered by his little armor. Got that ankle guard turned inward on his left leg. Bell still missed it. Nobody on base, 2 outs. Ryan Peach has struck out 4 in a row, and Ruiz back in. And the pitch, low, 2-2. What's worse at this time of the year? Fouling a ball off the instep or off your hands where it rings in the cold?
The foot. Definitely the foot. Boy, it hurts.
Start the dogs barking early in the season, huh? 2-2. Check swing, dribbled foul by Damien. Strikeouts of Pompey and Brumbaugh. Robinette and New struck out to end the first inning. This will be the 7th pitch to Damien Ruiz. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. And it's taken high. Changeup goes to a 3-2 count with Nolan Souza on deck.
Yeah, Peach thought he had strike 3 right there, but that's up.
There might be just a couple of missed strikes in this inning. Just a couple. From the belt, Peach throws 3-2. Ruiz sends it foul. Back into the net. Big cut from number 42. You look at Ruiz. Now, last year, Bubba, Ruiz hit 388, 7 home runs. He's had 11 career homers. Davis said, you know what, this is the truth. Anybody that joins Arkansas from another Division I program, they put on muscle. And you start hitting for more power. Think Ruiz could hit for a lot of power?
Not a lot. I think he's going to hit for some. More than 7.
Next pitch is strike 3 called. It's right over the top, a changeup on the low outer half. That's a fine inning for Ryan Peach. He strikes out the side in order and is on a stretch of 5 consecutive strikeouts. As we go to the top of the 3rd in a moment. Today's game being brought to you in part by Harps. At Harps, they greet you with a smile, ask if they can help you, and let you know you're welcome in their store. Harps, hometown fresh. Top 3 coming up. Hogs lead 3-0 over Xavier on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Move our way into the 3rd inning here on opening day at Baum-Walker Stadium. It's the first of 3 opening days. You got last week Friday, first game of the year, first home game, and there is an SEC opener, which is against Mississippi State. I had to do something special, though, for Bubba Carpenter because, hey, I had an opening day last week myself. This is not my opening day, but it's Bubba's first broadcast. He walked into the radio booth, and it was decorated just for you, my friend, just for you. I've never done this for anybody before and probably won't ever do it again.
I love it, Phil. I appreciate that. A little celebration, some, I don't know what you call this.
It's fringy, shiny, sparkly decorations. J.D. Crisp takes Gabe Gackle's fastball outside ball 1. Well, I mean, they've got the red, white, and blue bunting, all along the railings here in the second level, so I wanted something special for you in the booth.
I was going to leave it in front of the window.
1-0 to Crisp is a strike from Gackle on the inside. Yeah, I thought maybe you'd have a little problem seeing between the fringy, shiny stuff.
Yeah, it was a little tough, so I had to move it, but it's right next to my Norm DeBryan jersey.
Really would have loved the idea of you peeking through that stuff just to see the game. 1-1 on Crisp low off the outside corner as well, ball 2. Crisp is their number 9 batter, bats right-handed. Sophomore out of Cypress, Texas, 6 for 16 and 2 home runs. 3-0 Arkansas, home run by Camden Kojal for the only runs. Gackles 2-1 to Crisp is chased and missed high, ball 3. Pardon me, strike 2.
That would be a sword.
Yeah.
That was a horrible sword.
And certainly not an Excalibur. He did not swing Excalibur there. No. 2-2. Ball outside, full count. Gackle has struck out 3, walked 1, got around a walk and a double in the second inning thanks to a nice play in short left from third baseman T.J. Pompey, and the Hogs turn a double play. 3-2. Crisp swings and misses, strike 3. It's a big breaking ball, a slower breaking ball. I guess slow for Gackle's taste. I mean, that's probably about as slow of a pitch as he'll throw.
Yeah, I like that. He had already showed him a couple of the sliders around 85, 86. That one's 80 miles an hour and had him way out front.
Is that more of a curveball because of the speed?
Yeah, he's got a little bit more vertical depth on that.
Top of the Xavier batting order, Luke Hammond struck out in the first inning, right-hander. Gackle's fastball's outside.
And you could tell Chris was thinking 3-2, I'm going to get a fastball here. He was way out front.
Well, I think he had that sword swing in the back of his mind.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hammond's 3 for 20 this year. Here's the pitch. The 1-0 is lined into left for a base hit and picked up on one long hop by Damian Ruiz. 1-out single for Luke Hammond. Both teams now with 2 base hits. But when you've got the home run, the only home run hit, and it was Camden Kojal, that's going to matter quite a bit more. 3-0 Arkansas, top 3. This is the 4th base runner against Gackle. He's allowed a walk, 2 hits, and there's been 1 on an error. Struck out Josh Stonehouse in the first inning. Stonehouse now batting in the 3rd. Hammond out to a short lead, and the pitch on the left-handed Stonehouse is at 93 over for strike 1. Stonehouse didn't just strike out. It was 3 pitches. And then gets himself into an 0-1 count here. Next pitch. Tapped foul at home plate. That's the changeup.
That's a good pitch right there. That's a good pitch to get you a ground ball double play on.
Stonehouse with a couple of home runs. 4 singles otherwise. Hammond does not shorten the lead on 0-2. Gackle comes set at the belt, pickoff throw, and Hammond's back in. Would have Brumbaugh covering at second base on a steal, and Stonehouse stays alive by getting a piece of another changeup from Gackle.
Perfect location right there, down and away. It's a good job just for Stonehouse, just getting a piece of that one.
I really like seeing that slower breaking pitch.
Yeah,
from Gabe. It's like a completely different pitch. We'll try again on Stonehouse. 0-2. A high fly, shallow right. Kojal going out from second base. Routine play for the second base when there's 2 outs. Only had to go about 4 or 5 feet. Stonehouse getting jammed on a high fastball. Landon Mensick is next.
That's why that changeup's so effective. You know, there's only 5-6 miles an hour difference from his fastball, but boy, it's just enough. You slow a guy down just enough, you can blow that fastball by him.
Mensick reached base on an error by Kojal in the first inning, and Hammond's chased back again. Stretch and pitch to Mensick. 94 up, ball 1. How important is it for Gabe Gackle to stay a Friday starting pitcher for this team?
I think it's huge. I really do.
1-0 to Mensick. Hits a high fly to straightaway center. Hit it pretty well. Knew those got a bead. He'll make the play short of the warning track and retire the side. Well, he's made it through 3 shutouts so far, Bubba. A lot of strikes from Gabe Gackle. And only 2 base hits allowed and 3 men stranded so far. I mean, over these first 2 games. He's looked pretty good as a starting pitcher. I think you can feel pretty good about that. The Razorbacks take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the 3rd inning after a word from UAMS Health.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. Like, you always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS physicians are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics. With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along, the RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoomies. Right, buddy? Going out on the town with your partner in crime? Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. The RAV4 is ready for Razorback country and beyond. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Razorbacks batting bottom of the 3rd, leading 3-0 over the Xavier Musketeers in the first game ever between these 2 programs. We got some games coming to the end. Let's look at some scores around the SEC. The South Carolina Gamecocks hosting Army, and Army's all over Carolina. Top of the 9th inning, 9-4 Black Knights. Also LSU trailing against Indiana at the AA Park in Jacksonville. It's the bottom of the 8th inning, and Indiana leading LSU 5-4. Georgia leading Samford 6-1 in the 6th. Vandy ahead 9-5 over Marist in the 6th inning. Kentucky at Evansville, 5-0 Wildcats in the 3rd. Kent State's at Tennessee. Rhode Island at Alabama. Mississippi State hosting Delaware. Mizzou playing New Haven. Ole Miss and Missouri State. Oklahoma and Coppin. Florida hosting Kennesaw. A&M's got Penn. Texas hosting Michigan State. Auburn is in Arlington against Kansas State today. 16-team league, you got to give them all. Nolan Souza leads off the 3rd. First pitch is a change for a strike from Ryan Peach, who's on a string of 5 consecutive strikeouts. Souza, Helfrich, and Kojal all reached and scored in the first inning. Souza hit a double. Helfrich walked. Kojal brought them all in with a homer. Third baseman Hammond is up a step. Souza swings and fouls off the 0-1 pitch.
Got to give Peach credit. He started locating that fastball at the top of the zone, Phil. He was missing early in the count, down early in the game. Now he's getting that thing up at the top of the zone.
And if you get called strikes top of the zone and then you locate a little bit higher than that with that same kind of fastball, you'll get some swings and misses.
Yeah.
0-2 on Souza. Here's the pitch. That's the high fastball, and he lays off. Souza's 3 for 15 this year. 1 single, 2 doubles. Does come out of the zone sometimes, those 6 strikeouts. Stretch and 1-2 to Souza. A high fly, shallow right center coming in. Stonehouse and crisp. It's Stonehouse, the right fielder. He slipped for a moment, but recovered and makes the catch. 6 in a row retired by Peach. The next batter is Ryder Helfrich. That Army South Carolina score is really surprising. Army is 0-3, and they're 3 outs away from a Friday win at Founders Park. Helfrich, the batter. Here's the pitch. Late swing and a foul. Helfrich walked on 4 pitches, scored on the Kojal first inning home run. There's another thing about South Carolina last weekend, Bub. I want your opinion on this. You know, they opened with a doubleheader against Northern Kentucky, won both of those games, but then the next day they closed the series and they lost. Here's the pitch to Helfrich. A high drive going foul down the left field line, swinging at a pitch way up. 0-2. And Paul Maneri said after the Saturday game that he let the team make the decision to to not have batting practice. He said they were tired after an opening day doubleheader and that he didn't have them ready to play. I mean, these were public words that the Hall of Fame Paul Mainieri said. Just thought it was a little bit odd. 0-2 to Helfrich. Foul tipped, strike 3. And Peach has him caught between two speeds. There's 2 outs in the third inning.
Phil, if you're too tired to take BP after opening day doubleheader, then you're going to really struggle in the SEC this year.
Like, what's going to happen in May?
If you're that weak and fragile, good luck competing in a 30-game SEC gauntlet.
I would also think to myself, it's like, this ain't the dog days of August. Like, what? Who's sick of batting practice in February?
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Camden Kojal batting, he homered in the first pitch. Change up outside. Arkansas leading 3-0 in the bottom of the third inning. And again, it's like with respect to Paul Mainieri, because he's a fantastic Hall of Fame baseball coach. The things didn't go very well last year, his first season at Carolina. 1-0. Kojal takes a fastball down the middle for a strike. 1-1. Hogs will take BP every game this year. Every game.
Yeah, I don't think Dave asked the team a whole lot. You know, hey, do y'all want to hit today? Are y'all too tired from yesterday? You think you can go today? You think you guys can go take some BP for me?
I can barely even get the thought through my mind. Here's the 1-1 on Kojal. A swing and another high drive to center, but playable for J.D. Crisp. He started back, now he comes in and makes the catch. That's 8 consecutive outs recorded by Ryan Peach. And we've made it through 3 innings on the home opener here at Paul Walker Stadium, where the 5th-ranked Razorbacks lead Xavier 3-0. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
Razorback fans, score big with the freshest seafood in town at Fish City Grill. Whether you're craving grilled salmon or fried catfish, or want to try something new from the daily chalkboard specials, they've got your seafood fix covered. Swing by the locally owned spot in Rogers and make every meal a victory for Razorback Nation.
International soccer is coming to Razorback Stadium this spring. As the United States prepares to host the 2026 World Cup, the home of Razorback football is set to host its first international soccer match when Liga MX rivals Club America and Club Tigres face off in the Golden Clash on Saturday, March 28th. Tickets for this world-class soccer matchup will be available for just $35. Secure your seat for this can't-miss event at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Back here at Paul Walker Stadium, let's get a First Security Bank game update presented by First Security, Arkansas's community bank. First Security is all about taking care of customers and making life better here in Arkansas. You can check them out at fsbank.com. First Security Bank better. Camden Kojal's hit a 3-run homer in the first inning, and that's all the scoring. Both the Razorbacks and Musketeers 2 base hits. Arkansas has committed the only error. 3 Xavier runners left, 1 Razorback left, and the pitchers have looked very good. Gabe Gackel over 3 innings, striking out 4, just 1 walk. And Ryan Peach has struck out 6 and has retired 8 in a row. Here's a swing and a foul by Peter Johnson, leading off the Xavier 4th inning. He's their cleanup batter. Johnson, then Jonathan Fitz and Eddie Peters. Gackel now with 45 pitches thrown. 0-1, sails to the backstop, came out of his hand a little bit early. Ball and a strike on Peter Johnson. Now, Gackel, the longest stretch of outs he's had is 3. I wouldn't say that he's been dominant yet. Did have a dominant first inning, striking out 3 or 4 batters. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Swings, base hit right field to his left. Aloy, it has to go all the way to the fence. Johnson scampering around first base. Aloy recovers, throws it into second, offline. And a leadoff double for Xavier here in the 4th from Peter Johnson.
Tell you what, Kojal made that interesting at second with that cannon he's got out there in right field.
Yeah, all the talk about Cujillo and learning right field, and so much about, can he play right field? Is he going to have footwork and everything? He's got the perfect right fielder's arm.
Absolutely.
There's other aspects of playing the position, though, of course. Jonathan Fitz is the next batter, 5-hitter, took a walk in the second inning. Gackle's pitch is foul back. The Hogs 3, the Musketeers nothing, and now Xavier's got a 3-2 hit advantage. Kojal playing behind Johnson, holding him at second base, but there's a big lead for Johnson. 0-1. Gackle's fastball high on Fitz, 1-1. Fitz 4 for 9 with Xavier. He played at San Diego the last 2 years. 1-1 pitch. Swings through a fastball, strike 2.
Boy, way late on that. Just threw that by him.
Gackle's been sitting, about 93, 94. This was at 93 up. One-two to Fitz. Reached for, tap to Robinette at first base on one big bounce. He'll glove it, beat Fitz to first. But it's a good at-bat for Jonathan Fitz, moving Johnson to third base. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield. Phil Elson, Bubba Carpenter with you at Baum Walker Stadium. Zach DeBeaux-Arts at Learfield. The Hogs lead in the fourth inning, 3-0. Eddie Peters swings and misses at a Gabe Gackle fastball for strike 1. Gackle in a bit of the same position he had in the second inning, a man at third with less than 2 outs. He pitched out of it in the second inning. Infield plays back to give up a run for an out. 0-1 to Peters is high. Peters hit a double in the second to left field. Hit it down the left field corner. Xavier trying to squeeze out their first run of the game. Here's Gabe's 1-1. Peters takes low. They've had a base runner every inning. Johnson's their third to advance into scoring position. With a 2-1 count, Gackle from the windup. Peters swings and misses. Pitch was up, out of the zone. Came out of his shoes for it.
That's 2 of them up there he swung at.
And one fastball, one off-speed pitch. Well, you love a strikeout right here. 2-2. Popped up foul behind the plate. Helfrich with the mask off gives a look. I think that was right above your head, Bubba.
I like the fact that Gabe went right back to that pitch again. That ball's what? Do you think that 5-6 inches up? 7 inches maybe?
Hey, if I'm either pitcher, if I'm Peach, if I'm Gabe Gackle, I'm testing the limits of the top of the strike zone today.
Yeah, I'd go back with it again. Climb that ladder.
Another 2-2. Low and in on Peters. A totally different look. Peters trying to lean into it as well and get hit. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Eddie Peters, the Xavier first baseman. Tommy Townsend on deck. Payoff pitch. Ball low outside, a walk. And half of Peters' body wanted to swing, but his arm stayed back. Second walk from Gackle. There's men at first and third for Tommy Townsend. You do have the double play set up. You have turned one today. It wasn't of the usual variety. Townsend popped out. It was Pompey that made that great play and a little flare in the second inning. Righty versus lefty. We'll see if they put Peters in motion to stay out of a double play. Stretch and pitch. Townsend takes low.
So that's a great pitch right there, though. It's that first pitch change up. Just clipped the bottom of the zone. I guess it's a ball.
I think both teams are laying off everything that's around the knees for good reason, too. With a 1-0 count, Townsend takes the Gackle slider for a strike. Tommy Townsend's 4 for 19 this year. 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. Townsend knocking in 38 runs at Butler last season. Musketeers without 3 of their best hitters in the lineup today. Valdez, Mish, and Burdett. 2-1 to Townsend. High ball 3. Gackle having trouble here in the 4th inning, and one more ball would load the bases for the number 8 batter. A check of the runner at first by Gabe. Now the 3-1. Townsend a foul on a fastball. Might have done game a little bit of a solid chasing a fastball away.
Yeah, he's swinging ball 4 right there.
Looks like the Hogs may get some action in the bullpen soon. Bullpen catcher's putting on his gear.
Think he'll go to Gibbler first?
That's been the guy that they would bring right after Gackle. Payoff, Townsend strikes out swinging on a foul tip up. It's a big second out. 5 strikeouts for Gackle, 2 down in the 4th. Canterbury is next. I do wonder if they bring somebody else in to finish the inning, depending on who it is, but I know that if you're picking one reliever, I think that this coaching staff trusts more than anybody. It'd be Gibbler, and that'd be with men on base or starting an inning.
Yeah, I think so.
Canterbury grounded back to the mound in the 2nd to start a double play. Right-handed batter with a pink bat. Gackle starts him. Ground ball to Kojal at second base. Should be routine. Field throws to first. Got him. Gackle escapes the 4th, leaving 2 more runners. And that's 5 men left on base in 4 innings against the Razorback Friday night pitcher. Time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. Hogs come to bat in the 4th inning, leading Xavier 3-0. But first, this from your Arkansas Ford dealers.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Shadows now making their way into fair territory along the right field corner and right up into the left-handed batter's box. We take it into the 4th inning, bottom of the 4th. Arkansas 3, Xavier 0. Gabe Gackle has slipped through 4 innings, and none of them have been easy. 5 runners left on base. There's been a double play. And Xavier's had more base runners than the Razorbacks have ever since 4 in a row reached base in the 1st inning. Ryan Peach has set down 8 straight. The last batter to reach was Kuhio Aloy. Took a 1st inning walk and then 8 in a row since. It'll be Aloy to lead off the 4th, and Robinette and New. 3-man shift on the left for Aloy. Peach, as he usually does from the stretch, throws low. So that's 57 pitches, 32 strikes from Ryan Peach. He was very careful against Kuhio Aloy. Any pitcher should be. Aloy straddling the edge of the shadows in the right-handed batter's box. Back foot in the shadow, left foot in the sun. Pitch, major league pop-up, out of play.
Just an angry swing.
Do you ever take a swing that's not angry? Did you ever take a happy swing?
No, I think he's got one swing, and that's it right there.
Do you ever want to take a happy swing?
No.
You know, make a happy follow-through when you know you've hit the ball 105 off the bat, right?
That's right. You know, you look at Kuhio, though. He's got to be a little bit intimidating to pitch to. He kind of leans out over the plate.
Long pause by Peach. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slow off speed, strike 2.
Yeah, he took a little more off that.
It's also the way he walks up to the plate. Did you see Nolan Souza? I think it was a couple weeks before the season started. They were doing imitations of their teammates.
Yeah, I saw that.
Souza had this imitation of Cujillo dragging the bat to the plate, kind of throwing the shoulders around a little. I thought it was dead solid, perfect. 1-2. It is a high changeup on Eloy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, he makes so many small movements in the batter's box on his way to the plate, and then the swing just doesn't match with the other movements. 2-2. Taken low, ball 3. Well, that's a closed fastball. Full count on Eloy.
I mean, technically that caught the plate, but we're not going to say that, right?
No, I don't think you're getting anything around the knees tonight. Not from his honorable the 4th. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Wow, Ryan Peach has retired 9 in a row, 7 of them on strikes. Eloy's out, 1 down, Robinette next. Robinette started this string of outs with a strikeout in the first inning. Righty versus lefty, a little bit of a shift. The shortstop, Peter, still plays on his side of the base, but shades up the middle. The pitch to Robinette, fouled away. He leaned into that one. That was right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, he had a couple right there first at bat and just swung right through him just a little bit late.
Army has finished off South Carolina 9-5. LSU took the lead. They're still batting in the top of the 8th, leading Indiana 8-5. The pitch to Robinette, swung through and missed. 92 right there.
I think South Carolina will take BP tomorrow. They mentally fatigued from
6 in the morning batting practice. That's right. Count is 0-2 on Robinette. And Peach tries to make it 10 in a row. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. 10 straight outs. And it's not even the 10 straight outs, Bubba. It's 8 of them on strikes. Only 2 batters putting a pitch into play out of the last 10.
I mean, that was just 3 straight fastballs right there. Now, that third one was a tough pitch. It's up and away. It clipped the edge of the plate, but still.
Micah New is next. He struck out in the first inning. 7 strikeouts for New in his 19 at-bats this year, 4 hits. The third baseman, Hammond, comes up to the edge of the sliding pit. Rest of the infield back. New waving that bat around. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside. So with all the tiny little movements that Eloy makes, and he just kind of doesn't do a lot of the plate unless he swings, Micah New is much different. Everything's moving. The 1-0 swung on and dribbled foul.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right there pre-pitch.
A lot going on with the left foot. Picks it up 3 times. The bat waves around a la Gary Sheffield. And then a leg kick in the swing. Here's the pitch. 1-1 is an off speed right at the top, strike 2.
Yeah, you can see that kind of buckled Micah a little bit. That's a big, slow curveball.
And after a quick walk around the plate, New back in the shadows. Ryan Peach could strike out the side in order for a second time. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Micah New. And you notice I am really being careful to say his 2 names and separate them.
Yeah, you're pausing in between just enough.
Yeah. The listener got in my dome with the whole My Canoe thing.
Is it that easy to get in your dome? Actually, it is.
You've been around long enough to know the answer. 2-2 pitch. High. It's 3-2 on Micah New. I end up letting things go, though, at some point. You take him home.
I do. Once you get in, it's there.
I'll leave him here. Full count on Micah New. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 call. Wow, Ryan Peach fires a fastball on the low inside corner. The third strikes to Robinette and New have been as much of a pitcher's pitch as you'll ever see. It's 11 straight outs, 9 of them on strikes for the Xavier right-hand ace. We go to the top of the 5th. Still 3-0 Razorbacks over Xavier. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Wood Power Sports is passionate about serving your off-road and on-road needs. Between our 4 locations, we carry brands like Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, CF Moto, and Suzuki. We are your one-stop shop for everything power sports. Our service and parts teams are experienced and will work hard to keep you and your vehicle on the road or trail. Come see us at Wood Power Sports of Fayetteville, Wood Power Sports of Springdale, Heartland Honda, or Wood Power Sports of Harrison. We look forward to earning your business. Go Hogs!
All right, we're into the top of the 5th inning here at Baum Walker Stadium. The Hogs sending right-hander Gabe Gackle back to the mound. And we've got a pitcher's duel here for the moment. Camden Kozel's 3-run homer in the first inning. It's one of the only 2 Arkansas hits, and the last 11 Razorback batters have been sent back into the dugout by Ryan Peach. Meanwhile, Gabe Gackle has not been dominant, but he's thrown 4 scoreless innings, leaving 5 men on base. He's had runners at third with less than 2 outs twice, and they haven't scored yet. 5 strikeouts. He's walked 2. And the number 9 batter, J.D. Crisp, leads off against Gackle. Here to start the 5th inning. Here is his 66th pitch. Crisp, a right-hand batter, takes a strike at 93 miles per hour. Luke Hammond and Josh Stonehouse also following Crisp, who struck out in his 1 at-bat. Gackle's 1-0. Fouled away. That was an 0-1 pitch, and now the count 0-2. There is action in the bullpen, and it's a left-hander, and that would mean it is Cole Gibbler. Would love to get Gackle through 5. Here's his 1-1 on Crisp. Should be an 0-2. Grounded foul outside third base. Looking at Gackle's last start, it was the 5th inning that he didn't make it through. Left with 1 out, Gibbler took over and didn't allow the inherited runner to score. And then Gibbler finished the game. Of course, the Hogs won it at 8. The pitch to J.D. Crisp. He struck him out swinging. Crisp leans over the plate, missing a breaking pitch. 6 strikeouts for Gackle and 1 out of the 5th.
Perfect location right there, Phil. A slider just off that outside edge.
Today we are brought to you by Toyota, a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Luke Hammond singled in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 right-handed. The pitch is grounded past the mound, up the middle, backhanded by Kozel from short center. Good throw, good scoop, and they got him. An outstanding play by Camden Kozel and Reese Robinette. I thought that was a base hit off the bat. Great job.
Yeah, Cam. We've talked about Cam has a little more range this year. He was on the shortstop side of second base, Phil, when he fielded that.
And that also will test your arm strength. Kind of throw off the back foot, kind of make sure you set your feet, and it was perfect. Good scoop by Robinette as well. 2 outs. Stonehouse is the batter. He's 0 for 2. Left-handed. Gackle starts him. Fastball hit high in the air, deep to right. Long run for Aloy. Goes back to the wall. He leaps, and Josh Stonehouse is homered for the 3rd consecutive game. It gets Xavier on the scoreboard, makes it 3-1.
He just kind of ambushed a first pitch fastball right there.
Xavier may have something with this freshman from Camarillo, California, Stonehouse, now with 3 home runs to lead Xavier this season. And they've come in 3 consecutive games. It's also the 2nd home run allowed by Gackle this year. Hogs leading 3-1 in the 5th. Landon Mensick is next, right-hand hitter, 0 for 2. Gackle starts him. Fastball outside. The 1-0 to Mensick. Fouled straight back. A ball and a strike. .75 pitches in his first start for Gackle, and it looks like he may get about the same amount of pitches today. 1-1 on the way to Mensick. Swings and misses. The bat flies. And back off the net it comes, caught by one of his teammates. And instead of walking it out to Landon Mensick, he threw it at him. He threw it towards him. How about that?
A nice teammate.
No kidding. I think that was Eli Bridenthal, who the bat hit the net above the third base dugout, landed right in his hands, and then he throws the bat back on the field. You walk home and be like, man, if that was your bat, you'd be a little nicer about it.
Yeah. I don't want someone throwing my bat like that.
I'm not even allowed to touch your bat. It's a very personal thing.
That's right.
1-2. The pitch to Mensick is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home run by Stonehouse means they've had a base runner every inning. Mensick takes another pitch low, and the count goes full. This is a big pitch coming up here, the tying run on deck. 3-2. He struck him out looking. Fastball, low outside corner. He just got a call, too. He might have been off the plate. But Gabe Gackle strikes out Landon Mensick and ends the 5th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, and none left for Xavier. Does your bank keep booting the ball if they're hard to deal with, slow to get things done for you? If your bank's fielding percentage is bad, make sure you get your gold glove at Armor Bank, proudly serving the state. Armor Bank is whole hog. It's the winning way to bank. Armor Bank. Bottom of the 5th approaching, Arkansas 3, Xavier 1. Now this from the Arkansas Electric Cooperatives.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. We're Edward Jones. Together, we can give you your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor to get started today. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Edward Jones office. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
And back here at Baum Walker Stadium, we're in the middle of the 5th inning. The Hogs trying to end a streak of 11 consecutive outs recorded by Xavier right-hander Ryan Peach. I'm Phil Elson, my partner Bubba Carpenter and Zach DeBozart back at Learfield. A 3-run homer by Camden Koziel's all the Hogs have been able to manage. Gabe Gackle makes it through 5 innings, and we'd expect to see Cole Gibbler finish, or at least come on to pitch the 6th inning. Gackle finishing 5 innings, 7 strikeouts. Xavier collecting 4 hits against him, including a home run by Josh Stonehouse. Gackle walked 2. And, hey, Bubba Carpenter, you'll take 5 innings and 1 run from your starting pitcher. Gabe wasn't, I wouldn't say he was great today, but only 1 run in 5 innings. That's good enough.
Absolutely. We'll take it, Phil. You know what I liked is when he needed a big pitch, he dialed it up.
Meanwhile, Peach has been more dominant, but he's given up 3 runs. TJ Pompey leads off inning number 5, taking outside for ball 1. That's 71 pitches thrown by Peach. He has 41 strikes thrown. Xavier's got some pitchers in the bullpen, but they're just sitting.
Peach dropped down on that pitch, a little sidearm action. Did you see that?
See if he does it again. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. He did. It's a fastball outside, ball 2. Maybe not all the way down.
You retired how many in a row?
He's retired 11 in a row.
And then you're gonna try to trick somebody now? That's usually when it comes back to bite you.
See if TJ Pompey's got something to bite. 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's one of those pitches that you wonder, how did they miss it? 89, had a lot of the strike zone. Is there anything you see from Ryan Peets that looks like someone who would retire 11 in a row with 9 strikeouts? 2-1. Pompey's late, fouls it off 2-2.
No, honestly, it's a little bit of carry, but not a crazy amount of carry. Not a lot of velo. I mean, just, I don't know.
Here's a 2-2 to TJ. Scoots out of the way. It's inside.
We can blame it on the shadows now. I mean, there is a little bit of a shadow, but before then, the other 11, no. I just, once again, he's making a good pitch when he needs to.
Brumbaugh's on deck, then Ruiz, and he gets drilled. Pompey hit by the pitch, top of the back of his jersey, and that ends the stretch of outs at 11. Peach hit 2 batters last week, and now he's hit his first batter today.
There you go. You start messing around with your arm action, and that's what happens.
Carson Brumbaugh is next. That's going to get they're going to get a pitcher up in the left field pen now. Peach finished 4 innings against ECU, so I think they were waiting for the first base runner to get someone up. A left-hander starts to throw, Ashton Chronister. Gibbler is up in the Arkansas pen. Brumbaugh swings, one hop at shortstop, eats up Eddie Peters, takes a big bounce in front of him, and there's no play. Pompey safe at second, and Brumbaugh safe at first base. 88 miles an hour off the bat, so not roped. One hop in front of Peters, and the ball played him.
What do you think, hitter? I think you give him a hit at home because you hit it pretty hard, sort of, kind of hard.
88 miles an hour. What do you say usually is hard hit enough? 95?
I mean, 95 is your threshold for a hard hit ball, but we're at home.
It scored an error.
Oh, I mean, he's a freshman.
I think part of it is like, well, if that ball's hit at Brumbaugh, would he make the play? Pitch is hit high by Damian Ruiz into right field. It carries, but not all that far. Stonehouse has a play at the track, makes the catch. Both runners tagging. The throw is into second and late. So Pompey's at third, Brumbaugh's at second base. And Ruiz moves him up with a deep fly out. Nolan Souza next, and with a 3-1 Arkansas lead, you got a chance to cash in. That ball carried.
Yeah, it just kept going. It was 97 off the bat. That's what's the crazy thing about baseball, Phil. An eighth of an inch, and that's a home run.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how Xavier plays their infield. They're going to keep the infielders back, except Hammond up at third for the left-handed Souza. A double and a fly out both to right field for Nolan. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swing towards the gap left center field. That one will get down. It's a gapper, bringing home Pompey. Brumbaugh's rounding third, headed home. 2-run double for Nolan Souza. And the Hogs up 5-1 in the fifth inning.
I love it. Souza went up there. He knew he was going to get something off speed, set on it, and drove that ball in the left center gap.
So they had 11 batters making out in a row, and then 3 out of 4 reach base in the fifth inning against Peach, and it hasn't really taken very long. Brumbaugh, Ruiz, and Souza each putting a first pitch into play. Nolan now with 3 doubles on the season. That gives him 3 runs batted in. And Ryder Helfrich is next. 3-man shift on the left with Souza held on at second by the second baseman. The pitch inside as Helfrich puts the bat above the pitch. Ball 1. Now 5 runs on 3 hits for Arkansas. And another one of those base hits with a runner in scoring position for Nolan Souza. Deep breath by Peach. 1-0 pitch to Helfrich. Sweeps in for a strike. 1-1. So now that we mention it, runners in scoring position today, the Hogs are 2 for 3. Xavier is 0 for 5.
I like it.
Now a 1-1 pitch. And it's high on Helfrich, ball 2. Cam Koziel on deck. Peach may be on his last hitter. Souza with a walking lead. Nobody really around him now. 2-1 to Helfrich. Takes it outside. Ball 3. Seeing Souza hit a couple of doubles today, Bubba. One to left, one to right. That's tremendous to see. 3-1. Helfrich a swing and a chopper. Third base. Hammond gloves at the bag. On the run, the throw to first gets Helfrich and keeps Souza at second base.
Yeah, it's a good play by Hammond.
5-3 put out. Helfrich's 0 for 2. Camden Kojal next up. Look at this inning for LSU in the top of the 8th, Bubba. Indiana led 5-4. LSU just finished a 9-run 8th inning. Wow. So now they're blowing the Hoosiers out. Camden Kojal takes outside from Ryan Peach. Kojal with a home run and a fly out. Also made a really nice play at second base and committed a fielding error. It's the shortstop Peters holding on Souza. 1-0 pitch. Kojal a swing. Fly ball deep right center. Crisp on the run from center field. Lunging, and he falls down on the track, and he made the catch. Great job by J.D. Crisp on the Baum-Walker Stadium warning track, robbing Camden Kojal of another RBI extra base hit. Hogs are finished in the 5th inning. They scored 2 runs on 1 hit. There's a big error. And 1 runner stranded. Nolan Souza's second double drives in a pair to make it 5-1 Arkansas at the end of 5 innings. Recognized by the Razorback Nation as Arkansas's best funeral home, Roller Funeral Homes provides a range of respectful options from life insurance policies to pre-planning services. Reach out to your local Roller Funeral Home today and protect your family's future. The Hogs sending in Cole Gibbler to take over on the pitcher's mound, and they lead against Xavier 5-1 at the end of 5 innings. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Our care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at ourcare.net.
Cole Gibbler now pitching for the Razorbacks as we come into the top of the 6th inning. Gabe Gackle gives Arkansas 5 solid innings, 7 strikeouts, only 1 run on 4 base hits, 1 walk. So we're just a little bit farther than the last time out. 77 pitches for Gackle, 52 strikes. Well, last Friday, Gackle was replaced by Cole Gibbler, and he replaces him once again. Cole Gibbler is a left-handed sophomore. He's from Blue Springs, Missouri. And through 3 2/3 shutout, no-hit innings for the win last Friday. He'll face Peter Johnson first. He hits cleanup, left-handed batter. The wind of the pitch. It's grounded up the middle slowly. Kojal there, gets around it, scoops it up, and a cross-body throw for a 1-pitch out on Peter Johnson. And Gibbler had Johnson way sped up. 1 out on 1 pitch.
Love that play by Kojal. See how he got around that ball, Phil? That's a tough play going up the middle, but he was able to create an angle and kind of plant that right foot.
New baseball goes out to Gibbler with Fitz coming up next. You've seen Kojal, throw on the run and get around one without a backhand. He seems to have a good sense of how much time he's going to have for each play. And the pitch to Jonathan Fitz. Swung on, popped up, foul side of first base. Robinette going back and near the tarp roll. Reese won't have room. It's about 7 rows back. That would be probably the section of seats all the way down the right field line that's been the coldest all game long.
Yeah, they're not getting any sunshine over there.
Remember a few years ago we had that giant freeze just before the baseball season, and there was that little stretch at the edge of the warning track on the fence that never thawed, ever, because they never got any sun on it.
Yeah.
The 0-1 count on Jonathan Fitz. Gibbler throws. Fastball is low. 1-1 on Jonathan Fitz. Fitz came close to scoring in the second inning, but ran himself into an out. One. Strike 2 called. Inside half there on Fitz. What pitch did you see him throw there, Bubba?
It's breaking ball. It's slider.
So I saw just a little bit of motion, but man, it was sharp. 1-2. Fitz check swing. Did he go? Yes, strike 3. And the tag applied by Helfrich. Fitz just held the bat out there for almost a full day. And the bat never really was all that close to the plate, but almost his entire body said swing, and then the arms come out.
Well, and that's the pitch. I talked to Matt Hobbs during batting practice about that pitch right there. That's his changeup. He didn't throw it much last year. He's really a 2-pitch guy. Now he's got that changeup, and it's a nasty pitch to add to that mix he's already got.
Eddie Peters batting. Hogs send New towards right center, and he takes strike 1. I wonder about if because he's got the changeup now, and obviously they like Gibbler's role in relief, but he's got starting repertoire now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
0-1 to Peters. Fouled at the plate, strike 2.
I think if you just went off of who earned a starting spot in the early spring, it would be Gibbler, but I think they need him in the bullpen. They need that experience coming out of the pen. And, I mean, look at that 1-2 punch, going from Gackle to Gibbler. It worked against Oklahoma State, and then, hopefully we'll see it work again today.
0-2, the pitch to Eddie Peters, grounded right side and through for a base hit. It's a nice piece of hitting by Peters.
But adding that third pitch for me is a game changer, especially if you are going to eventually end up in a starting role. Because if you're a 2-pitch guy as a hitter, I like my chances if I only have to worry about 2 pitches.
Do we know if Gibbler's draft eligible? Is he back a third year?
I hope he's back a third year.
Because if he's eligible, he's going to go.
Yeah, I don't think he's eligible. I think we got him one more year.
Because if he's a junior, he's a starter next season. Heck, he still could start this year. Townsend batting lefty, takes low outside. Hogs 5 and the Musketeers 1, top of the 6th, opening up this 3-game series, 18-game homestand. Townsend has popped out and struck out. Here's the 1-0. It's a high fly center field. New has a bead quickly. Back a few feet. He's well short of the warning track and puts out Townsend to end the 6th inning. A scoreless inning thrown by Cole Gibbler. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Brought to you today by the legendary Catfish Hole restaurants in Alma and in Fayetteville. The Catfish Hole serves the highest quality farm-raised catfish, hand-breaded chicken tenders, the absolute best hush puppies anywhere. Now serving beer and wine in Fayetteville. And don't forget to look for their amazing green tomato relish at select Walmarts all throughout the state. 5-1, Hogs leading Xavier, bottom 6 in a moment. First this from Ford.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
the 12th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition, presented by Shelter Insurance, to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this rivalry, the Battle Line rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a Shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
Michael Murphy pitching for the Xavier Musketeers as we come into the last of the 6th inning. Arkansas 5, Xavier 1. Home run by Camden Kojal in the 1st inning, driving in 3. Nolan Souza driving in a pair with a 5th inning double. That's where all the Arkansas runs have come from. Gabe Gackle, 5 innings solid. 1 good inning from Cole Gibbler in relief. And today's game moving along pretty nicely. Aloy, Robinette, and New due in the 6th inning. 5, 6, and 7 batters. Ballpark still brimming with fans. Looks like it's awfully close to a full house today. Kuhio leading off the 6th inning. Murphy comes from the set. His pitch grounded foul by Kuhio, who's walked and struck out. Haven't had much from this spot of the batting order. Robinette and Micah New all striking out in each of their at-bats. Here's an 0-1 pitch on Kuhio Aloy. Grounded through the right side. Nobody's playing at second base. That would be as routine of a play for a second baseman if he's positioned where he usually would be.
That might be the slowest hit you see Kuhio get all year. 78.
I often wonder why sometimes there are so many teams that just open up an entire side of the field, but yet pitch to a batter in a place where he can hit it through that open side.
I mean, yeah, they throw him outside corner, and there's no one over there at all. I mean, it's not that hard to shoot that ball to the right side.
That's going to be it from Michael Murphy. Billy O'Connor going out to change pitchers here in the 6th inning. Pitching changes are brought to you by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn. It's time for a road trip. And you'll hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn and Hot Spring. You can plan a trip going to hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. We'll take a minute. We're still in the 6th inning. Razorbacks have a runner at first, nobody out. Reese Robinette will bat, and they lead against Xavier 5-1. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
I am Renata Jenkins Byler, the 3rd-generation owner of Roller Funeral Homes. My family's story is not merely one of success, but one of heartfelt connections built through generations. My grandparents' legacy has stood the test of time. For 24 consecutive remarkable years, Arkansans have spoken, and your choice for the best of the best is Roller Funeral Homes. It's truly humbling. Roller Funeral Homes, where compassion meets excellence, with all our respect.
Call the Hogs with new head football coach Ryan Silverfield in 2026. Renew your seats to be all in on Coach Silverfield's first season, which includes marquee matchups inside Razorback Stadium against Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, and much more. Renew your tickets ahead of the March 31st deadline. For more information about Razorback football tickets, visit ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Ashton Chronister now pitching for the Xavier Musketeers, takes over in the 6th inning after a leadoff single from Kuhio Aloy. He's their 3rd pitcher of the day. Hogs leading 5-1, and Reese Robinette will be the batter against Chronister. This is a tall left-hander. Chronister's 6'8", 245 pounds. He's from Rogers. He's the only Arkansan on this Xavier baseball roster. Chronister making his 3rd appearance. He's allowed 6 hits in 2 innings, .545 batting average allowed. Robinette is 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts. He's got Eloy at first. Chronister starts him with strike one called at the top. Robinette had started a swing but holds off. Micah New on deck. Hogs scored 3 in the first, 2 in the fifth, and get the leadoff man aboard in the 6th inning with a 1-strike pitch. Robinette hits a fly ball to left field, won't go very far. Landon Mensick comes in for it and handles the play for out number 1. Eloy back to first base.
That's a tough look for a lefty right there. Big dude, 6'8", kind of a different arm action, high release point.
And you may not see another pitcher who's quite got this kind of body who throws left-handed.
You know, this is the kind of dude, though, Phil, you could watch him get off the bus and you could look at him and say, I bet that's a left-handed pitcher. You know what I mean?
Yes. 2 strikeouts for New. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, trying to push one, and hits it foul. New now 4 for 20 with 8 strikeouts after his first 2 at-bats today. Still the team leader in RBIs with 8. This is Chronister's 32nd career appearance, 31 as a relief pitcher for Xavier. 638 earned run average last year in 18 innings. A 1-strike count on New. Here's the pitch. Swing, double play, ground ball, shortstop to Peters on his knee. Fields gives to Canterbury. The relay gets New and ends the inning with a 6-4-3 double play. And nothing for Arkansas in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, none left. Brought to you in part today by Ballpark Brand, the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. Whether you're here at Baum-Walker Stadium or watching from your home, you cannot beat the taste of Ballpark beef hot dogs. They're made with 100% beef. Ballpark hot dogs, grab one and enjoy the game. It's a 5-1 lead at the end of 6 innings for the Hogs. Now this from Harps.
Hey Razorback fans, Phil Elson here with some fantastic news. Harps Food Stores has a game-changing mobile app called My Hometown Rewards. With this app, you can unlock incredible savings, get exclusive deals, personalized coupons, and even a digital shopping list, all at your fingertips. And as a new feature, coupon savings are now offered instantly at checkout. Whether you're stocking up for the big game or just grabbing some snacks, the My Hometown Rewards app from Harps makes it easy. It's a win-win for Razorback fans like you. Harps, hometown fresh.
The Mercedes-AMG GT43 is the top-of-the-line luxury performance sedan, and this month you can win one from Saracen Casino and Mercedes-Benz of Little Rock. With sporty styling, classic Mercedes lines, and advanced performance, this is the car to win from Saracen Casino Resort. Play in February at Saracen Casino and qualify for the Mercedes GT drawing.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Arkansas. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Arkansas and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Arkansas.
We're through 6 innings here at Baum-Walker on a Friday, now late afternoon. Still a 5-1 Arkansas lead. We'll have our UAMS game update in a moment. And Cole Gibbler back on the mound, pitching to Donovan Canterbury. The Xavier second baseman fouls off Gibbler's first pitch. Second inning for Gibbler in relief. He took over for Gabe Gackle. 5 scoreless for Gackle today with 1 run on 7 strikeouts. Didn't allow a run until the Hogs had 3. 0-1 on Canterbury. Right-hand batter, 0 for 2. Pitches in the dirt. 3-run homer hit by Camden Kojal in the first inning. And then a double, knocking in a couple of runs for Nolan Souza in the 5th. Looks like that last pitch might have been blocked by Ryder Helfrich in a place where he needs a moment.
I wasn't
Don't
looking,
ask.
Phil. Where was
Don't
it?
ask. You know exactly where that is.
Oh, come on. It's 2026. Just say it.
I think it is. Do baseball pants have zippers? Or is there still a fly on your baseball pants? I don't mean around your neck.
Oh.
I think Ratter will be okay. Just needs a moment. Hogs out hitting Xavier. Well, actually, Xavier out hitting Arkansas 5-4, and both teams have committed an error. 6 Musketeers left on base, 2 Razorbacks left on base. The clutch hitting's a difference. Hogs have 2 hits, runners in scoring position. Xavier none. Helfrich back in working condition with a 1-1 count. And Gibbler goes back to work by missing outside with a changeup. Canterbury, Crisp, and Hammond in the top of the 7th inning. Aside from the homer by Stonehouse, Musketeers have had 2 runners advance to third base. Now Gibbler's 2-1. Canterbury grounds to Brumbaugh at shortstop, right to him. The throw to first base is on the money. Our game update a moment ago was brought to you by UAMS Health. Proud to be the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. There are locations all over the state. Do what the Hogs do. Trust your care to UAMS Health. J.D. Crisp, the number 9 batter, has struck out twice, both times against Gackle. Now it's Gibbler, lefty-righty. From the shadows, Gibbler throws, and Crisp looks inside, ball 1.
Good pitch. I like that pitch on that inside corner.
A couple other finals coming through around the SEC. Georgia run rules Samford 11-1. Vandy run rules Marist 16-5. Here's a 1-0 to Crisp. A swing and a light tapper towards Kojal at second base. 2 big bounces, fields and throws, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Luke Hammond is next. And he's 1 for 3. Kojal took away a base hit from Hammond with a nice backhand play in the 5th inning. Hammond up to the plate, bat parallel to the ground. Gibbler steps back and throws. Fastball grounded off the mound, up the middle, and into center for a base hit. Gibbler had a chance to stab it. It snuck under his glove. And still, no perfect innings for Arkansas pitchers today. The right fielder, Stonehouse, is next, and he homered against Gackle in the 5th inning. Both Brumbaugh and Kojal take steps to their left. The pitch to Stonehouse. Cuts inside, ball 1. 5-1. Hogs lead top of the 7th. Xavier's in this ball game. But Stonehouse has been on fire. He's hit in all 5 games this year. He's hit 3 homers in the last 3 games. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup. It was up 2. Strike 1.
Yeah, he left that one up.
It's got a good separation between the changeup and the fastball, too. It's about 12 miles an hour. Gibbler ready with a 1-1. Pulled foul. Another changeup there.
You know, Gibbler's a guy, it's hard to pick the ball up. He hides the ball really well. He's got his glove side up a little bit higher, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there comes that ball. So it's really tough to pick it up out of his hand.
He does a lot of that stuff where it's like, well, what were major league teams so interested in Gibbler? I mean, he's got good velocity. He's just not in the mid to high 90s, but I think it's a lot of other things that he's got. 1-2, the pitch, and Stonehouse takes high. A close one for ball 2.
Well, he tried to clip the top of that zone with a breaking ball. You can tell they're trying to stay up high on this guy.
I think Stonehouse's wheelhouse is down low.
I think you're right.
2-2 on Stonehouse. Gibbler with a long look at Hammond. Pitch. Ripped fair right past Robinette's glove and down the right field line. Aloy over to corral the ball in the corner. Hammond to third base. Stop sign for him. Ball's cut off by Robinette along the first base line. Nicely done by Aloy in right field. That's second and third for Landon Mensick after Stonehouse's second extra base hit.
Well, and you see where that pitch was. That was bottom of the zone. That plays right into his barrel. I mean, that might have even been a ball.
Landon Mensick is a chance to get Xavier within 2 runs with a base hit. He's 0 for 3, though, today, reaching on a fielding error in the first inning. Wide by Gibbler. Mensick swings and misses at the slider.
Phil, did that ball go over Reese's glove or right beside it?
I couldn't tell. It was close to his glove.
Yeah, it almost looked like it just missed his glove, like it hooked, because he went down and got that ball and hooked it.
1 strike pitch. Mensick takes strike 2. Fastball low inside corner, a perfect pitcher's pitch. 0-2 on Landon Mensick. Xavier now with 7 hits to the Razorbacks' 4 hits.
Oh, come on.
Musketeers have 4 extra base hits, and we've got our first head coach slowdown here. Well, other than Tim Tadlock taking 3 minutes to make a pitching change last Sunday, but Coach O'Connell calls time and has Mensick meet him briefly. And now Mensick back into the plate with an 0-2 count. They've already stranded 6. Gibbler throws. Fouled off the handle. Another good pitcher's pitch. Nobody warming in the Arkansas bullpen. They love the thought of Gibbler taking the ball and finishing. Three pitches into this sequence. It's 0-2. Target's inside. Here it comes. And hits him with a pitch. Bases loaded.
Boy, big mistake right there, Phil. You don't want to get in there with 0-2 count. You do not want to hit a guy.
Well, Xavier's got bases loaded for the first time today. The cleanup batter, Peter Johnson, has a chance. 5-1 Arkansas. Helfrich goes to meet with Gibbler.
Phil, that's one of those situations they had gone in. They had an 0-2 count. I really wish they had gone away with a changeup right there. I think they had him set up perfect because you could see Mintz was kind of cheating in right there.
Gibbler got 2 outs quickly. It was 2 outs on 5 pitches. And he's allowed 3 consecutive batters aboard. Hammond singles, he's at third. Stonehouse double, still at second. And Mensick hit by a pitch at first. Johnson bats. Gibbler got him to ground out last inning. 1 for 3. The wind and pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fastball right past him. Johnson for the year 7 for 20 with a home run. 3 runs knocked in. 0-1. Ball outside.
It's all right. It's a good miss. Now he can tunnel that slider off of that pitch right there.
Infield plays straight up. Outfield shades towards left. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider.
You see what he did? I mean, that's perfect right there. That's a good job by Helfrich calling a good game. The fastball before was just a show-me pitch off the plate so he could tunnel that slider off of it.
6 runners left already by Arkansas pitchers. The 1-2 to Johnson is hit high and right field. Aloy quickly to his right is there to make the catch to retire the side. Gibbler leaves the bases loaded. 9 men left by Xavier in the first 7 innings. Our 7th inning stretch presented by Kubota. Get home run deals that stretch your savings right now during Kubota's Orange Days. Find a local Kubota dealer at ArkansasKubotaDealers.com. 5-1 Hogs, middle of the 7th inning. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Before the roar and the records, there was Baptist Health.
Brooks Edmondson, Arkansas offensive line, born at Baptist Health.
Anna Kate Nichols, Razorback Golf, born at Baptist Health.
Quincy Rose Jr., D lineman for the Hogs, born at Baptist Health.
Champions are born at Baptist Health. Here, our game is delivering the state's most trusted care for Arkansas and for the champion in you. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Before the Hogs bat in the 7th inning, 10-second break. Station identification. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Great day for a home opener at Bob Walker Stadium. Hogs batting in the 7th in a moment with a 5-1 lead over the Xavier Musketeers. Phil Elson, Bubba Carpenter with you here at the ballpark. Zach DeBozart running things at Learfield. Tomorrow will be 12:30 airtime, 1 o'clock first pitch. Brett Dolan has the play-by-play along with Bubba. And basketball tomorrow, also at 3 o'clock, big day. P.J. Pompey leads off the 7th inning. Ashton Chronister's pitch as a strike called. Second inning for Chronister. Pompey, hit by a pitch in the 5th inning, scored a run. He's also struck out. Only third plate appearance. Next one is outside on Pompey, 1-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Brumbaugh on deck, then Ruiz. Hogs scoring 3 in the 1st inning, 2 in the 5th inning. It's really just been 2 big swings of the bat. Camden Kojal's home run and Nolan Souza's double, knocking in all 5. Pompey swings and misses at a change. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hogs getting out, hit 7-4 by Xavier. And it's just a matter of 2 clutch hits by Kojal and Souza. Here's a 1-2. Pompey goes down swinging for a second time. Arkansas batters now struck out 10 times today. And Carson Brumbaugh is next.
Yeah, right there, Phil. That's kind of what Dave referred to after Globe Live. You know, that's a changeup. He doubled up on the changeup, got fooled on the first one. You can get fooled on the first one, but with 2 strikes, can't get fooled on the second one that bad.
There'll be 56 strikeouts now for Arkansas batters in the not quite 5 games. Brumbaugh, a strikeout and reaching on an error pitch. Takes a strike at 89 from Chronister at the top. Big lefty sets. 0-1. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson Brumbaugh.
It's a good take right there by Carson. That's that changeup. That's the one that Pompey just swung at. It's a tough pitch. Tough pitch to lay off of.
Brumbaugh wiggles the bat. Pitch is high and outside, ball 2. I love that you were able to, you look at a guy that's a lefty that's 6'8", and you say, well, that guy's got to be a pitcher. What 6'8" guy have you ever seen that's playing a position? Is Aaron Judge is 6'7", right? He's not 6'8". Yeah. I've never seen a 6'8" position player, not that I remember. 2-1. Brumbaugh hits a chopper foul down the third base side.
I just think it's that whole look of a lefty. And it's not a knock against Chronister. It's just like we used to sit in the airport and teams would walk by and we used to jokingly say, okay, where's the lefties at? I bet he's a lefty. He's a left-handed pitcher.
So what if he's 5'7"?
Well, I don't know a lot of 5'7" left-handed pitchers. Billy Wagner, maybe.
Here's a 2-2 to Brumbaugh. He takes strike 3. Boy, that's a good cutter from Chronister. Back-to-back strikeouts, 11 now for the Arkansas batters. 10,388 is the announced crowd today. It's the largest home opener in program history. 10,388 at today's game. How about that?
I like it. And it's what, 40-something degrees right now?
You look warm, though.
Oh, I feel great up here.
Well, I think just having baseball is going to warm the cockles of your heart. Sitting next to me will do the same thing.
Warm the what?
Ruiz takes a ball outside, 1-0. Cockles of your heart. You've never heard this before?
I haven't heard cockles of my heart.
It's a word that I thought you would appreciate.
The write that one down. I'll have to check that one later.
1-0 on Ruiz. Grounds to shortstop, right at Peters. Comes up a step, scoops it, and on the run, throws to first and gets him. Ruiz grounds out 6-3 and is 0 for 4. The Hogs go down in order for the 4th time today. But we're 7 innings down here at Paul Walker on the home opener. And Arkansas leads Xavier 5-1. Now this from Sonic.
At Sonic, the All-American Smasher is at the top of the burger food chain. Get it hand-smashed and made to order with a side and medium drink for just $6. That's not just a big deal. That's a giant, massive, gargantuan, humongosaurus rex of a honkin' big deal for just $6. A deal this big shouldn't cost this little. Get the Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal today.
Tax not included. Exclusions apply. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
If you want to live free, yeah.
With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along, the RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoomies. Right, buddy? Going out on the town with your partner in crime? Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. The RAV4 is ready for Razorback country and beyond. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Back here at Paul Walker Stadium, it's a 5-1 Arkansas lead to the top of the 8th inning. Bub had never heard cockles of the heart before. This refers to the core of being, the core of one's being, kind of the deepest, most innermost feelings. I mean, I think if I'm going to describe the cockles of your heart, Bubba, it's going to involve baseball. It's going to involve this radio booth maybe a quarter of the time.
Are you involved in my cockles of the heart? Are you in there somewhere?
Maybe half the time.
You are until you have a philism, like the yellow pole. I didn't want to bring it up, but stuff like that, it makes it. You go away quick. It's
only the first home game. We got plenty of time left, and we figured out a 6'8" position player thanks to Zach DeBozard in our studios. Jonathan Fitz, first pitch swinging. There's a drive right field, hit it deep, and Jonathan Fitz homers to start the 8th inning to make it 5-2. A one-pitch at-bat. Fitz goes opposite field for his first home run at Xavier. They've hit a couple of solo home runs today. 5-2, Arkansas leading. It's Cole Gibbler that allows the home run.
Hey, that wasn't a bad pitch. That's a fastball outside corner, actually right on the black. Fitz just did a good job going with it.
So Xavier, out of their now 8 base hits, 5 for extras. It's just none of them have come with a man on base. Eddie Peters, the batter, and the pitch is high. Well, they do have 1 extra base hit with a man on base. That was last inning. Stonehouse hit a double with Hammond at first base, but didn't score him. Sent him to third, and the Hogs stranded him. Peters has made no outs. Double, walk, single, pitch, fouled off.
Well, you've heard me say this before. It's not what you hit, it's when you hit, and that's why we're up 5-2.
So thanks to Zach, the 6'8" position player is also in the news these days.
Yeah.
Tony Clark. Former Detroit Tiger and now former head of the Major League Players Association. And as that's some story, Peters hits one foul on the ground.
Not a big Tony Clark fan. Never was. But we'll talk about that another day.
Well, the news this week was awfully interesting.
Yes.
I don't really know if we can get into that very much. Here's the 1-2. Peters hits a high chop over the mound. Brumbaugh gets in and back a second. Gloves on the run. Throws on the run and gets him. It's a nice job, too, by Reese Robinette handling the high throw. 1 out in the 8th.
Yeah, that's 2 plays that Reese has made that does not go in a stat sheet. But the pick on Kozl's throw and then that throw. Just to be able to stretch everything he's got and keep his foot on the bag. How tall is Reese? 6'3"?
It's not 6'8".
No.
He's 6'3".
6'3". If he's 6'2", I don't think he keeps his foot on the bag there.
I feel like Reese has the arms of somebody that's 6'5", though. Townsend swings, grounds right at Kozl, waits for Robinette to cover. The throw is in time, and there's 2 outs. Townsend 0 for 4.
Tell you, they're swinging early. I'll give them that. They go up there ready to swing.
2 first pitches this inning put into play. And 4 of the last 5 batters, 5 of the last 7 have swung at the first pitch. Canterbury 0 for 3, right-handed batter, and he's been aggressive. Pitches a cutter for a strike. Arkansas 5, Xavier 2. Top of the 8th. Still some sunlight left in left field. Carson Brumbaugh's got to block the sun from his eyes with his glove. Here's Gibbler's 0-1 to Canterbury. Down and in. It's a good pitch, though. 1-1. Gibbler kicks and deals. 1-1 is high. 3 groundouts to Canterbury. 1 to the mound, 1 to second, 1 to shortstop. Gibbler steps to the side, lifts the leg, fires, pitches lifted to right field, sends Aloy back now towards the line and makes the catch. And pretty quick work for Gibbler after the home run hit by Fitz. Xavier gets just a little bit closer with their second solo home run of the game. Brought to you today by the 12th game of the SEC football tradition, the Battle Line rivalry, when Arkansas and Mizzou completed that rivalry this past Thanksgiving. You'll find the tradition presented by Shelter Insurance growing in the coming months and years as we heat the border up with this new rivalry. The Hogs leading as they come to bat in the 8th, 5-2 the score. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Hoping this is the last time the Hogs come to bat, as it's the 8th inning with a 5-2 lead against the Xavier Musketeers. Souza batting leadoff, and then it's Helfrich and Kojal. Chronister still out there, and he's been good, retiring all 5 batters in relief of Michael Murphy. And Souza's been a good tough out today with a pair of doubles. Here he takes strike 1 from Chronister. Lefty versus lefty. Souza has half of Arkansas's hit total today. 2 doubles. A run scored, 2 runs knocked in. Also saw Souza taking a lot of ground balls at shortstop during the team's in and out today, Bubba, and he looked fine. His throwing arm looks okay. And I wonder how long it's going to be until we see Souza playing a position.
Yeah, probably not much longer.
1 strike count. Chronister throws outside.
I know Dave did say it got a little bit sore after the workouts at Globe Life, but it was just good soreness.
There is such a thing?
I think there is.
1-1 on Nolan Souza. Chronister deals. Souza shows bunt, takes strike 2 on the outside.
But then you got to wonder, where do you put him? You put him over at third? I mean, I guess you rotate guys around. I don't know.
Or you DH him for now.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to be in there somewhere.
1-2, outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, he's going to be in there somewhere. That's right. Have bat, you'll find a way in the lineup.
But it could come down to who struggles on the left side. Could be where he ends up.
Chronister from the belt. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, swinging bunt back to the mound. Chronister plays it, takes his time, throws Souza out. A 1-3 put out. Chronister perfect over 6 batters.
Yeah, this is why hitting so hard, Phil. We went from a starter, Peach guy, that kind of a lower release carry guy, to a big 6'8" lefty, kind of throwing downhill. Not a lot of velo, but a lot of arm side movement. It's just totally different. Well, you got to be able to adjust your attack angle to those different pitches.
Helfrich 0 for 2 and a walk, fouls the first pitch off.
Well, you can see Helfrich right there. That's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball in, and he kind of fisted it foul. They just don't look like they're seeing the ball well off this guy.
Being 6'8" has got to be something to do with it. Here's an 0-1. High fly by Helfrich along the right field line. Not hit deep, but a lot of ground for Stonehouse to cover, and it ends up foul and out of his reach.
Good grief.
And that ball, that carried.
Yeah.
It didn't look really good off Helfrich's bat, but it ended up right under the bases-loaded landing.
Stonehouse started out running in on it and then ended up going back, and that would have been a home run if it had been fair.
Look at that. We've got actual sign for the strikeout counter now, thanks to Pascal Plumbing. See that strikeout counter up there on the bricks?
Yeah.
It's a new sign. New video board along in the left field corner, too, and that's for the folks in the landing to see. Also, it's good for the hog pen. 0-2 to Helfrich. A ball outside. 1-2.
Yeah, I forgot about the new board in left.
I know. It's not even in. You and I aren't going to look at that video board. There's no reason to. We've got one right in our face in right center. But it actually it looks like it fits in that left field corner. 1-2 outside on Helfrich. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, are we going to do a game in the outfield this year?
Probably not.
Oh, come on.
Why don't you go out into the outfield and I'll do the game from here?
I'm going to sit out there all by myself.
2-2 to Helfrich. Ground ball pulled left side, booted by Eddie Peters. He was right at him, boots it. Second error by Xavier. And both have been the shortstop Peters.
I don't want to be too critical, but it didn't look like Peters wanted any part of that ball.
Yeah, pretty hard grounder, too, by Helfrich.
I mean, it was 105. He was kind of, he didn't fully commit to that ground ball.
1 on, 1 out, Camden Kojal now batting. Kojal homered in the first inning, but 2 flyouts to center field since. They'll put a shift on Kojal to the right side and hold Helfrich. Pitch. Inside corner for a strike. LSU has defeated Indiana 14-7.
I guess Indiana doesn't have a closer.
Here's an 0-1. Kojal, a late swing, fouls it off. 0-2. Yeah, and a 9-run top of the 8th for LSU. And then they cap it off with 1 of the 9th inning. Maybe Indiana baseball won't quite have the season that their football team did. 0-2 to Kojal. Ball outside, 1-2.
Yeah, how about that season? I was so glad when they beat Ohio State.
Yeah, I think people in Arkansas feel the same way. Yeah, yeah, that came out of nowhere. Just, Indiana, these 2 seasons, it's amazing. 1-2. Runner goes. The throw outside. Throw to second is waiting for Helfrich. He's tagged out by the shortstop Peters. And there are 2 outs.
Yeah, it looked like Chronister kind of did a little mini slide step right there. Probably a pitch that Helfrich should not have stolen.
He didn't get a really good jump, so now Kojal batting with 2 outs and nobody aboard. It will be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the top of the 9th inning for Xavier. Here's the pitch. Kojal pops it up. There's nobody on the third base line, but still Peters has a chance to cross into foul territory, and he misses it. There's just too much ground to cover for a shortstop to go make that play. If you have a third baseman at third base, Kojal's probably out. But with a shift, nobody there.
As a hitter, that's a beautiful thing. When you pop one up foul like that, and you get second life, you're like, oh, great, he didn't catch it. Now, I still get to hit. I get another chance.
Kojal's 3-run homer in the first inning is the big hit of this game. Hogs had 2 hits in the first inning. They have 2 hits since. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kojal takes strike 3. Fastball on the low outside corner. That'll end the Arkansas 8th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error. None left. Arkansas batters today struck out 12 times. But they take a 5-2 lead to the top of the 9th inning. First this from Summit Utilities.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
Now over to Christine, reporting live with the weather.
Well, Ted, yesterday's sunshine is now a torrential downpour. And with so many farmers harvesting, this really is a disaster. Except for Bob here.
Hello.
Bob, you use Sharpen herbicide from BASF as a harvest aid.
Yep.
With premium desiccation, suppressed regrowth, and control over late-season weeds, it's harvest time when you say it is.
Sharpen herbicide works. Always read and follow label directions.
Time to wrap this one up. Top of the 9th inning, Hogs leading 5-2 over the Xavier Musketeers. Hey, if you're making plans to come visit Fayetteville for Arkansas baseball, you got basketball tickets maybe, or you're just visiting, you got folks up in the school, or you got business in Northwest Arkansas, you got to be staying at the Candlewood Suites. The Candlewood Suites is right by campus, right when you get off I-49 at the MLK exit. Candlewood Suites also features a suite in every single room. Every room also has a full-size fridge, an ice maker, everything you need to cook, special Razorback hints all throughout the property, and you can get discounts for Candlewood Suites. Just log on to hogrooms.com. Candlewood Suites is your home away from home in Fayetteville. 5-2, start of the 9th inning. J.D. Crisp hits a flare that drops in left field to start this 9th inning with a base hit. Well, I guess you'd expect somebody at least to get on base. No inning has been easy today for the Arkansas pitching staff. Been at least one base runner every inning, but they've only scored on solo home runs. Crisp aboard with his first hit. That's the 9th for Xavier. They have 5 more hits than Arkansas tonight. Luke Hammond is next, a pair of singles for Hammond. Kojal took one away from him in the 5th. Lefty-righty matchup. And at the moment, nobody warming in the pen. This is Gibbler's 4th inning. Starts Hammond low, ball 1. Good block by Helfrich. Mark Brissy handled the 9th inning Monday against Tarleton with no problem. There were issues against Texas Tech in the 9th inning on Sunday. And Gibbler didn't really close against Oklahoma State. Here's the 1-0. Hammond, it's a squibber along the third base line, goes foul halfway there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Gibbler didn't face this kind of pressure last week because Arkansas blew the game open after he got in the game, and every inning he went back out there, the score increased. And then by the time he threw his final pitch, Arkansas had a chance to run rule Oklahoma State, and they did it. And now there's action on the Arkansas bullpen. Got a lefty up. We'll take a look and see who it is soon. It's 1-1 to Luke Hammond. Gibbler's pitch is lined. A scooped, bobbled by Kojal. Recovers it, looks to first base and throws in time for the out. Boy, and if he plays it cleanly, you get a double play. A smart job by Kojal just to throw the ball in the direction it had ricocheted off his glove.
It honestly, Phil, it looked like he was caught in between. Do I catch this in the air or do I catch his short hop?
Steele Eves is getting warm. And so is Ethan McIlvain. Josh Stonehouse, the batter. And, boy, it's a good thing that Stonehouse is batting with a tying run on deck because he's homered and doubled out of his last 2 at-bats. Lefty, Gibbler throws. Swing and a miss, good slider.
Well, he was trying to hit his second home run right there.
Arkansas 5, Xavier 2, top 9. It's pretty rare that you'd win a game if you get out hit 9-4. Hogs won't hold crisp at second base. Gibbler looks at him twice. Oh, swing and a miss, strike 2. Stonehouse climbs the ladder on a fastball. The right-hander warming up in the Xavier bullpen. They're hoping they force Arkansas to bat in the last of the ninth. Gibbler ahead 0-2 on Stonehouse. The pause, check a second, pitch. Just off the outside corner, ball 1. It's a good fastball, but Stonehouse won't chase.
Perfect location right there, field 93, just off that outside edge.
Gibbler sets and deals. 1-2. He struck him out looking with a curveball. And what a pitch. Stonehouse, even with a check swing, takes strike 3. And there's 1 out to go in this ninth. And it's Landon Mensick. Mensick's reached base twice without a base hit. Reaching on an error and a hit by pitch. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. A good chunk of the 10,000 plus already left Baum Walker earlier. The rest of them are standing now. And the 0-1 on Mensick. Ripped foul into the third base seats. He's way ahead of a pitch on the inside. 0-2 on Landon Mensick.
I like that pitch right there by Gibbler, Phil. A slider inside. Even if the hitter hits it, there's no way to keep that pitch fair.
Gibbler's heard what Helfrich wants him to throw. The 0-2. He struck him out. Nope, he did not. It's a swing and a foul. And you didn't quite see the ball. It popped out of Helfrich's mitt. Half the ballpark reacted thinking strike 3. Mensick did not recognize that pitch came right down the middle. So Gibbler tries again, forgets about the runner. Deals. 1 hop at shortstop. Scooped out by Brumbaugh. The throw to first ends it. And this one belongs to the Razorbacks. They win the home opener over Xavier. 5-2 the final score. Xavier leaves 10 runners on base. Gabe Gackle and Cole Gibbler, Bubba Carpenter, they didn't have any easy innings. But they get through 9 innings all the same. And only allowed 2 runs. Nothing to sneeze at there.
I like it. I like the fact that the pitchers, when they needed big pitches, they made them, Phil. And that's what you want out of this staff. And the hitters hit just enough to get it done. We'll take it.
The Hogs win 5-2 over the Xavier Musketeers. They've picked up victories in 4 of the first 5 games this season. Stay with us. The Armor Bank 10th Inning Show comes up next. This has been Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
Why hold a parade that only goes 1 block? What in the world is a bathtub race? And how can one town be the training ground for American Pharaoh and the former playground of Al Capone? That's just Hot Springs being Hot Springs. Between thermal waters, thoroughbreds, and the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, this town isn't trying to be unique. It just comes naturally. Come experience this slightly unconventional and completely wonderful place called Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Quit tobacco today with Be Well Arkansas. Be Well Arkansas can help you be healthier, happier, and more active by quitting tobacco. And you can do it all with local resources at no cost to you. Call 833-283-WELL or visit BeWellArkansas.org today for free help. Because it's never too late to be well. Brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health, Your Tobacco Settlement Dollars at Work, and Be Well Arkansas.
less than 2 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, Peter. I don't know what they're going to do. Down 3 and way out of field goal range. Truly an unlucky state to be in.
This state has plenty of luck. Last year, 8 Arkansans each won $1 million off a lottery ticket.
State as in a state of being, not... Whoa! Touchdown Razorbacks!
Did you see this is winning, folks. Every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps fund college scholarships. You could be the next big winner. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
King Suey. This is the Razorback Sports Network.
Daspit Law Firm is the proud official injury lawyers of Razorback Athletics. In sports, there's talented players and players that work hard to be the best. When you combine talent and hard work, you've got a champion. That's Daspit Law Firm and their team of attorneys here in Arkansas. They won't be outworked, and that's to the benefit of their clients that have suffered injuries in an accident. If you've been in an accident and want some free advice, call Daspit Law Firm at 501-500-HURT. That's 501-500-HURT, or visit DaspitLaw.com.
At Greenway, we're not just selling John Deere tractors, we're cultivating partnerships.
There's been times where at my farm I've actually had an issue and my salesman got with a guy from service and they brought him out to my farm and they were able to resolve my issue pretty quickly. The reliability, the dependability of the equipment and Greenway, that's why I would highly recommend it to anyone in my area.
Join our community of satisfied customers and experience the Greenway difference. Head to your local Greenway dealership today or visit us at gogreenway.com.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, the game may be over, but we're heading into extra innings. Welcome to the Armor Bank 10th Inning Show. Whether it's baseball or banking, Razorback fans know success takes consistency. So Armor Bank serves Arkansas with a team dedicated to simplicity and service. Time now for your look inside the box score with highlights and analysis of today's game. Once again, here's the voice of Razorback baseball, Phil Elson.
A great day to be an Arkansas Razorback as they pick up win number 4 in game number 5. 5-2 the final. Hogs beat Xavier to open up this 3-game series. And the home opener, first of 18 straight home games, also goes fairly well for Arkansas. You got to win, of course, but there's a little bit left to be desired at the plate. Arkansas got out-hit 9-4 in this ballgame. The big idea was hits in the clutch. And the 2 hits that really mattered today were Cam Kozel's first inning 3-run homer and Nolan Souza's 5th inning 2-run double. That's where all 5 Arkansas base hits came from, or all 5 runs came from. Of course, you got to have men on base to score them. But those 2 big swings were huge. Runners in scoring position today, the Hogs 2 for 5, Xavier 0 for 8. That's pretty much a major difference in this game today. We have you here on the Armor Bank 10th Inning Show. Whether it's baseball or banking, Razorback fans know success takes consistency, so Armor Bank serves Arkansas with a team dedicated to simplicity and service. We have the box score, and these are official totals. Xavier with 2 runs on 9 base hits, 2 errors, and the Musketeers left 10 runners. The Hogs score 5 runs on 4 base hits. They commit 1 error in the field. Arkansas today leaves 2 runners on base. The win goes to Gabe Gackle, finishing 5 innings. He surrenders 1 run on 4 hits, a couple of walks, 7 strikeouts. Gackle also finishes with 77 pitches, 52 of them strikes, and he is 1-0 in the year. The loss goes to Ryan Peach, pitched 4 innings, struck out 9, but also allowed the 3-run homer by Kozel. Peach drops to 0-1 with the loss. Cole Gibbler finishes the game with 4 innings, 1 run, 5 hits. He gets his first save of the year. And there were 3 home runs hit today. Kozel with his 3rd for Arkansas. Josh Stonehouse hit his 3rd home run for Xavier. Jonathan Fitz hit his 1st home run for Xavier as well. Today's 8.5-inning game was played in 2 hours and 24 minutes. The paid attendance is the largest ever for a Razorback home opener. 10,388 is the announced crowd. Hogs improved to 4-1 with a win. Xavier drops a game under. They are 2-3, and those 3 losses have all come in a row. Only one Razorback with multiple hits today. It's Nolan Souza. The Arkansas DH finished 2 for 4. Meanwhile, Xavier had 3 players with at least 2 base hits: Luke Hammond, Josh Stonehouse, and Eddie Peters. But I would say that Xavier did a little bit more table setting than Arkansas today. They never cleaned their plate, though. The Razorbacks cleaned the plate a couple of times, and that's why they end up with the win today. Much more coming up on the Armor Bank 10th Inning Show. Bubba Carpenter's out there on the field at Bohm Walker. He'll be speaking with our Summit Utilities star of the game, and in a moment we've got the Harps post-game scoring summary and the Bath Makeover of Arkansas play of the game. Our Armor Bank 10th Inning Show continues after this from Bath Makeover.
More of the Armor Bank 10th Inning Show presented by Armor Bank is still ahead on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, does your bathroom need a makeover? Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers bathtubs, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Arkansas homeowners trust Bath Makeover of Arkansas with their bathroom project. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH to schedule your free design consultation backed with a price lock guarantee. That's 1-800-NEW-BATH, 1-800-NEWBATH.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. Like, you always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS physicians are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
So, what'll it be today? The usual?
You got it.
And for you?
I'll have the club sandwich with truffle fries instead of chips.
I didn't know that was an option.
It's on the menu. Just gets overlooked.
Oh, well, I'll have the same.
As a business owner, you have a choice in group health plans. If you're looking for a health insurance provider with lower rates and an extensive network, be sure to ask for a Qual Choice quote this year. You have a better choice. Qual Choice.
Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric is here to help you lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopaschal.com today to schedule your service.
And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Call the Hogs on X, Instagram, or Facebook at Razorback BSB. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
Experience a new level of luxury at Oakland Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Find bliss at Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and catch headliner acts at our event center. Book your experience at oakland.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Are you looking for a venue to watch sports while enjoying great food from a chef-driven menu? Are you needing an event space for large gatherings, for birthdays, rehearsal dinners, or company meetings and holiday parties? Farrell's Lounge Bar and Grill is Northwest Arkansas's premier sports bar and event space with 24 high-def TVs, 35 beers on tap, extensive menu offerings, and a full bar. Farrell's is the destination for any sports or food fanatic. For more info, go to farrellslounge.com. Farrell's Lounge on Dixon Street, Fayetteville.
Now back for more of the Armor Bank 10th Inning Show. When your bank throws you curveball after curveball, Armor Bank comes in with simplified banking with locations across Arkansas ready to help you win. Never strike out with Armor Bank. Now, here again, the voice of Razorback baseball, Phil Elson.
Back on the Armor Bank 10th Inning Show. If your bank throws you off your game, well, it may be time for a change. Armor Bank simplifies banking with the best team in the business. Count on a win anytime with Armor Bank. All right, time for our Harps post-game scoring summary. We'll mix in a Bath Makeover of Arkansas play of the game here on this segment. We'll get started in the first inning. Gabe Gackle strikes out 3 out of 4 batters. Hogs jump quickly on Ryan Peach. Nolan Souza hit the first of his 2 doubles with 1 out. Then after a 4-pitch walk to Ryder Helfrich, Camden Kojal gets a hold of one. 2 on, 1 out with a 1-1 count. Kojal swings, hits the ball in the air, left field, hit it well, sending Mensick to the wall, looking up, get out of here! There's a 3-run homer on opening day at Baum Walker from Camden Kojal, his 3rd of the season. Well, you're kind of hoping that would open the floodgates for the Arkansas Bats, but that was not the case. Only have 2 hits the rest of the way. Meanwhile, Gabe Gackle found some trouble in the second inning with a leadoff walk to Jonathan Fitz. He took third base when Eddie Peters hits a double, then gets a couple of fine plays in the field. First, it was T.J. Pompey handling Tommy Townsend's soft flare into short left field. Pompey coming out from third base made a great over-the-shoulder catch. The runners held their spots, but then Donovan Canterbury comes to the plate, and some nifty work in the field by about 5 different Arkansas fielders. This is today's Bath Makeover of Arkansas play of the game. Here's an 0-2 pitch. Little dribbler, right side of the mound. Gackle plays it. He looks him back to third, throws to first for an out, and the Hogs have Peters hung up between second and third. They throw, and Brumbaugh will throw to the plate. Now they've caught Fitz between home and third base. Tagged out by T.J. Pompey. And Xavier just ran themselves out of a chance to score. That ended the second inning. It is the Bath Makeover of Arkansas play of the game. Locally owned, American-made, and proud to be an official sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Well, Gackle able to get through the third inning after a 1-out single. This is right as Peach has retired 11 straight. Gackle allows a leadoff double in the fourth to Peter Johnson. Would end up stranding 2 runners in the fourth inning after striking out Tommy Townsend and then Donovan Canterbury to ground out. Gackle only allowed his first run. His only run came in the 5th inning on a 2-out solo home run by Josh Roundtree. And that makes it a 3-1 Razorback lead. But the Hogs answered immediately. This time it's against Michael Murphy, who came on to relieve in the 5th. He hits T.J. Pompey with a pitch. Carson Brumbaugh reaches on a fielding error by the shortstop Eddie Peters, one of 2 errors that Peters made this afternoon. And both are still on base when Damian Ruiz flies out, and Nolan Souza comes to the plate next. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Swing towards the gap left center field. That one will get down. It's a gapper, bringing home Pompey. Brumbaugh's rounding third, headed home. 2-run double for Nolan Souza. And the Hogs up 5-1 in the 5th inning. So that makes it 5-1. Gibbler relieves in the 6th inning. Pitched around a 2-out single by Eddie Peters. Gets Townsend to fly out, leaving him. Trouble in the 7th inning, though. 2 quick outs, followed by a Luke Hammond single, a Josh Stonehouse double, and then Landon Mensick hit by an 0-2 pitch to load the bases for Peter Johnson. And Johnson hit a drive to right field. Looked like he might have hit the ball off the end of the bat and didn't really barrel it up. Kohio Aloy made a routine catch in right field to leave those 3 runners on base and preserve that 5-1 lead, but then became 5-2. When Jonathan Fitz hit Gibbler's first pitch of the 8th inning over the right field fence. Gibbler made quick work of the next 3 batters, getting Peters and Townsend on ground outs, Canterbury and a fly ball to right. 9th inning, Gibbler comes back out. Of course, leadoff single by J.D. Crisp. No easy innings today, so the 9th inning obviously was not going to be easy. But it seemed to be right after the single by Crisp. Hammond grounds out to Kojal at second base. There's a 4-pitch strikeout for Josh Stonehouse that left Gibbler 1 out away from the save, and he makes quick work of Mensick. Ground ball to shortstop would end it, leaving their 10th runner on base, and Arkansas wins it by that final score of 5-2. That's today's Harps scoring summary. At Harps, they greet you with a smile, ask if they can help you, and let you know that you are welcome in their store. Harps, hometown fresh. Bubba Carpenter's talking with Nolan Souza on the field. If I get the interview before we come back after the break, we'll play the interview. If not, we'll check scores around the SEC. Armor Bank 10th inning show continues. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
We'll be back with more of the Armor Bank 10th inning show, presented by Armor Bank after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
A lot goes into taking care